One.
Yep. Welcome back to Brine and Tide 47. Oh, jeez, 47. That would be off the island by 50. Ah! Um,
It's not
so,
your fault we decided to do everything.
nah, it's fine. I crammed so much on this tiny fucking island.
That's how you play an area. You get all the side missions, you finish all the quests, and then after you've absolutely squeezed everything out, then you move on.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
fair. That's why I've still yet to complete a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. But so you're all, after Rayan had a very powerful vision of meeting herself, both literally and metaphysically, metaphorically, metaphysically, but it all applies. You all set about going, launching full force into preparing for the oncoming invasion of Captain Grin and her Crimson Fleet. You worked a bit, trained some folks in military, fighting, lumbered to your heart's content, and yeah, it was a very productive day. Is I forgot why you were all heading. Oh yeah, as the night came, with the storm came, and the next day it was overcast and rainy, kind of gloomy day, if all said. But that's when Gumglor arrived, saying, "Now is the perfect time to go hunt the great white Solero, the elusive giant catfish that has seemingly been his foe and menace during his time on the island." Agreeing to meet him at his cabin, or his hut, you set off into the jungle before realizing you were being followed. As appearing after a while of absence, Moonsinger Motley arrived to speak and share your woes about the preparing for the village. One of the details brought up is that the armament of the building militia, it's a little lackluster. A lot of it just homemade weaponry provided by the Moon Scale or salvaged from wrecks. A lot of rusty cutlasses and boarding axes, or just straight up tools in the hands of people. Um, Moonsinger Motley decided to tell you a story of long, even before the deluge, how this island was once a mountain peak, volcanic, and home to to both air and earth genasi, who had formed a conclave here, unifying both sky and earth to for philosophical pursuits, and how they came into conflict with a neighboring storm god of ogres, or ogres worshiping their storm god, and how they prepared a cache of weapons, but unfortunately they were caught unawares by a surprise attack by the ogres, leaving their weapons undiscovered and hidden for eons until now. The long forgotten story relayed to you as Moonsinger Motley promises that if you manage to solve the puzzle hiding this cache, it will be well worth the rewards. But for now, you are heading off to Gumdor. So Moonsinger
I love
Motley
when the
has,
timing of the music and
yeah,
the go
that
together.
was intentional. But yeah, Moonsinger Motley has disappeared. Puff of smoke, and you are left to go resume your trek to Gumglor's hut, which I forget where I said was on the map. I'll just put a little. Some of it was unintentional.
Yeah, it's fun.
So What do y'all want to do? Just continue heading on?
Mm-hmm.
We have
Okay,
a
the little
fish to
green
catch.
triangle thing is Gumgulor's hut. I think that's where I said it was last time.
Yes, after several days of chopping wood, which is not his profession, he can return to that good old timey pastime of killing giant fish.
And with the the rain's coming down. It's not like a downpour, but it is like a steady drizzle. Gumgalore said that was perfect for fishing, since that meant the catfish moved into the river looking for things that might have washed in. But I anything you want to discuss about Moon Single Mountain's offer before you head on, or just continue on to Gumgalore?
I think we could talk while we walk. So, what do you all think about his suggestion, proposal, hint?
It's a good hint.
I feel like that's something we should look for.
Knowing him, he's probably going to get a good kick out of it.
Yeah, I wonder if I'll walk into a cave to troll us again.
Yeah, he did do that.
Well, do we think we should look for that
Well,
after?
we actually talked about that an hour before game. We're gonna wait for that for when Gray's able to rejoin. So
Oh yeah,
maybe
yeah.
that's what we'll hold on to.
I wasn't gonna suggest we do it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could use a break from busy work.
You've been putting in a lot of work with chopping wood.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, just don't overdo it.
Well, yeah, Quiet Hearts had quite a time joining in last time.
Mm.
No, poor fighter.
Realizing that, wait a minute, all this magic mumbo jumbo I've been relying on means I don't have any muscles.
It's not that they've suddenly realized it's something they've always known.
Yeah,
Well, it
true,
worked
but
out once Quiet Hearts turned the weapon of fangs into a wood axe.
but perhaps I can persuade the tree to dissemble.
I mean, if you go a bard druid, that might work.
Cause I gotta play a druid again.
Probably not synonymous. I don't know what the word is. Probably doesn't synergize very well. That's the word.
I gotta druid it up again sometime. Druids are fun.
Yeah. So Gumgulor's hut isn't far off. Following probably a well-walked path that he's worn down between his home and the village when he's coming to trade and get more booze or supplies. So, you see through the clearing, through the trees. Eventually, you get to the riverside where Gumgalore is there. He's reeling up what looks to be like a rope in his hand, and large. You realize it's probably like a grappling hook, but in his hands it looks more almost like a large fishing hook. But he's just, as soon as you approach,
Right.
lifts a big hand and waves.
Ray does like look at that and side up, like look at Iwata and his big hook
Mine's a harpoon.
harpoon.
He's
Yes.
also got a harpoon this time. Usually you just see him with a fishing pole.
That was more just Ray and like, man, these two are huge.
Two big guys.
Mm-hmm.
Big dudes.
So, you ready to see if we can catch this beast?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as ready as we can be, I think.
All right. Well, since we're going by river, let's load up in the. Let's go onto the raft, and I'll show you where I think would be the best bet. One of the shallower bits. So, if he's in there or we lure him there, we'll be able to see him. You know, he won't be able to hide in the muck. And you see the raft over, tied up, and as you approach, you see that little pseudopod of water pop up and kind of regard you, giving a nod to your approaches. You see Bubbles, the water elemental, recognize your approach,
Ray will greet them in Auckland.
and they'll return the greeting. It seems most basic elementals when they're freshly summoned don't really have much of a personality, but it seems Bubbles has been a free elemental long enough to develop that, especially hanging around Gumgalore.
Yeah.
Though I imagine even then, Bubbles may not be that much of a conversationalist.
Not really, but he is. When Ryan first spoke to him in Aquan, I made the joke. He's actually really well spoken in Aquan.
Yeah.
I had forgotten.
Just not much of a conversationalist. It's just it's not a bad talker. He just doesn't have a lot to say.
Yes. I believe there's a scene in Baldur's Gate where you can speak. Karlak can speak to the fire elemental, who, although regards her a little more fondly than the average meatbag, doesn't have much to say.
Uh
There's a fire elemental in Baldur's Gate 3? Well, I guess there
Yeah.
are, yeah.
Yeah,
That you can talk to?
like you can approach to it and attempt to talk to it. It's at one of the stores or whatever, the magical stores.
Oh,
sure,
shit,
for
yeah,
sundries.
there are some. I've never tried to talk to them. Oh my god. That fucking game!
Everything
I
can
really
be
gotta
talked
play
to.
it.
With
really
enough
fun.
effort, you can talk to everything.
So,
Yeah.
and Gumgalore points to a barrel and he goes, you mind picking that up? It's don't pop the lid yet. It just letting you all know, it's not going to be a pleasant experience once we crack that.
Chum.
Oh no. What is it?
Better than chum. It's my own special mix. Chum is a main ingredient, yes, but
Cocaine.
this is something we want that bastard to smell anywhere up and down this river he's at.
What do
Oh,
we do?
can't be that bad. Well... Oh, what is it what I was gonna say? Fuck.
His butchering days.
Yeah. Something along those lines. My brain is failing me, though. I mean, when your whole life profession revolves around rooting through the guts of a big fish,
It's hard
like
to get a smell
carve a
inside.
literal tunnel into a big enough fish and then walk inside,
Yeah.
it gets gross.
Yeah.
What? We'll see.
The
But
butcher
watch
docks
Ryan
are not a
absolutely love
pleasant
this
smelling
now.
area of Republic areas.
Yeah, no, I imagine the slaughter docks smell fucking awful.
Yep. So you all load up onto the raft. Gumgalore seems very excited. He's got his. You see, he does have his fishing pole on the raft, but he has a harpoon, at hand as he grabs the push pole and you all set off into the river. Um, yeah. Anything you want to chat with Gumgalore about as you head to the spot?
So, bud, once this fish is good and dead and cooked up, what are you gonna do with yourself?
Uh, well, I'm probably going to be helping you all out once the pirate bastards show up. But
Aside from
after
that,
that, kind of shrugs as he's pushing the raft around. Eyes on the water. Um, by the way, you are all getting drenched now because there is some trees reaching over the river, but it's you're pretty exposed now.
mm-hmm.
Ryan is, as she tends to be in rain, just like taking it all in.
Yep.
She loves the rain.
But Gumgler is just kind of has this thoughtful look. He's like, yeah, I don't know. Um, Definitely not gonna go back into being a bodyguard. That was boring and painful work.
Think you're gonna stick around on the island once there's means of transport off?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's even better now. No nightmares. Don't have to chain myself to my bed at night anymore.
Oh,
That must have been rough.
Yeah, I mean, bubbles helped. Yeah, a couple of times I did go wandering off, and they gave me a nice wet slap in the face until I woke up.
See, in
man,
that
I
case, how
imagine.
come you never moved into the village?
Uh, they build for more people their size. I'm sure you can relate.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you've been around for a while.
I mean, I come in like more than hard to keep track of weeks, but I pretty frequent. You know,
Yeah,
just I
well,
don't know. I just like
justified,
peace and quiet.
that's fair.
Nice place to visit, but not really place that you would
Sorry.
call home.
Did you just hear a monster gurgle?
Sorry, I
Yes,
was
you
getting
did.
on my knees.
Oh,
I understand that pain.
hmm.
I am 6 foot tall and over 30. My knees hate me. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. I was trying to crouch down the other day to pick up some beads that broke off of my mom's bracelet when the dog jumped up and managed to hook it. And by the time I started to stand, I was like, "Oh no, don't do this to me. My ankles. You should not be feeling like this. And you just do work by crouching down for long periods of time. Why are you like this?"
Don't
I
betray
can,
me.
yeah, lately, whenever we've been going on walks out in the, out in the nearest park, I can immediately tell the weather's gonna change because my father speaks up about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Same with my grandpa. That it's been like that for years.
Crazy
But
that's just a straight up superpower.
yeah. But so yeah, but yeah, it's a pretty wet day. Not super cold, thankfully. It's still I think it said it's like around spring by this point in time. But you're still pretty close on the equator. So the chemicalers just pushing along, and eventually he goes, "Okay, we're gonna pull up over here," and you get to here. I'll just put you on the map. Oh wait, I need to make sure map is ready. I looked at this earlier today. It should be. Yep. Okay. Oh come on! Why isn't it letting me scroll down? It's not letting me drag the flag down to the map.
Oh no.
Okay, so the stupid thing is I just have to drag the map closer to the top of the list.
If it works, it works.
Roll 20.
Yeah, it's just it was working fine like last time we were playing.
Yeah, but Roll20 needs updates and stuff all the time.
Yeah. So you're on this area where it's fairly clear around the banks. Kind of muddy. I mean, it would be pretty muddy. But he pulls the raft up out of the water, and you see it's fairly shallow here. Like you can see the bottom for the most part. And he goes, "So, I think this would be perfect."
Here?
All right.
And he goes, "Now, plan is me and you, Big Guy. We harpoon him and try to drag him onto land, or he drags us into land, and we go, or he drags us into the river. But we should be okay. It's more about we all got to work together to subdue this bastard."
All right.
Alright.
Yeah,
So-
we got this.
Go ahead and place yourselves on the maps where you want to go. Oh, and Ryoko,
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you could have picked up a short bow from the village if you wanted to. Not have that option.
Yeah. Hey, Yoko.
I don't know if that'd be a substantial upgrade from the shurikens.
Okay.
Rayan puts a hand on Ryoko's shoulder. Yoko,
Yeah.
you are my friend, which is why I'm thinking ahead for you. Stay away from the shore.
Wow.
Well, it's great to be psyched out before a battle. Thanks for that.
She's been eaten by aquatic things so many times.
Yes, she has, and now she's going to be thinking about that. But I appreciate it, and you're right.
Okay. So, are there any
Oh, yeah.
rules going into this?
I guess I have to control him on.
No, it's fine. He's watching the boat.
Yeah, will say he disappears or something.
He does what he.
Yeah,
He's a
back up.
mom. He tends to do that.
Off to do paladin things.
Okay, Miss Kettle.
What?
Calling the kettle, calling the pot black.
Hey, I was not
Yeah,
saying that
sneaking
in a
off.
negative fashion.
No, I know. I'm just teasing. It's just like, oh, who's also the one who usually sneaks off with them?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah. So, but Gumgoler's like, I mean, do you give yourselves rules when you hunt giant monsters?
I mean, I don't like. Should we not? I mean, like, I can shoot it with lightning. I don't know if that would like take the fun out of it.
I mean, that would be pretty neat to see, as long as you don't zap me. I'm not I think I am what they say. What's the common word? Conductive.
Right, and
Yeah,
her
tell me about it.
yeah, she did. Her eyes like look over a little at Yuane. Her eye. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm eating a cookie.
Cookie. I'm debating what I want.
I mean, usually, when you do this as a living, yeah, people know what the fuck to do, but we're not exactly slaughter sailors here.
And Gumgooler nods. He goes, "So, this is going to be a dangerous thing. There's a reason why I've never gone after him myself, or me and Bubbles have gone after him. He's tried to eat me before.
I don't doubt
At
it.
least he's, what's that?
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, he tried to drown me, but Bubbles was able to rescue me. But yeah, this is the village didn't really take me serious at first, saying how dangerous it was, but there's a reason why most people, why most of them don't, they don't let the kids play in the river. Not saying it took a kid, but it did take, some people did see it grab something, a tape, rather large taper from the shore and drag it in.
Mm-hmm.
Saw the swamp walrus haul ass onto land.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's probably why I got forced onto land in the swamp. It ended up in the river or something. Just like, oh, this is interesting. And then it sees this there. I was like, nope, I'm going onto land.
Catfish could also go on the land. Who doesn't want to?
But so he goes, now I did warn you, but if you want to stand back, that's perfectly fine. As he takes the barrel and cracks the lid, and it is almost immediate. You want I'd say, what, you'd have advantage on this, but everyone except Ryoko do a con save. You have
Okay.
advantage because you are already inured to the horrible smells.
I
Oh shit.
I think Ray might like the smell. We'll see. Good
My
lord!
little shitty +2.
Good lord!
It saved my life.
Well, I think Quiet Hearts might be a Krillin situation.
No nose?
Yeah.
It's a few seconds. It's like, look, do you mean they had such a shitty life they just doesn't raise the bar? Or
Oh
No,
no.
they don't have a nose.
I know
And,
it took me a minute.
like in Dragon Ball, when they go to the first martial arts tournament, there's a guy whose gimmick is he never bathes, so he just smells awful, and it forces people to quit or like gag so bad when they're fighting him that he beats them easily. And
Like
Krillin's
Krillin
fighting him,
has
he's like,
no
"That's
nose.
horrible." And yeah, Goku literally has to go. He's like, "But Krillin, you don't have a nose." And Krillin's like, "Wait, you're right," and he kicks his ass handily.
Fuck.
I
He's a
mean, the Dragon
canonical
Ball
mutant.
was originally a gag manga. You got to remember that originally it wasn't supposed to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is the canonical mutant.
That's why Bulma shot Goku the first time they met.
Yeah.
Then he ate a
But
dog.
so, Corono, if you
Yeah.
could do a con save just for the funny of it.
Okay.
Okay, 12.
Oh.
So, has anyone gone fishing and used catfish bait?
Nope.
No.
Oh, it is some of the most pungent, awful smelling stuff, and it is just Corrado, you are poisoned for a minute as you are just
Oh my
suddenly
God.
racked with the nausea. You have the poisoned condition. You're not taking damage, but your checks have a disadvantage as you're just like bird retching, just like just it's a horrible stink. As he reaches in with like a scoop and just starts like literally chumming the waters. And yeah, and he goes, now there was another thing. And he goes, oh god, this is awful. I shouldn't be talking while doing this, but as he just keeps doing it, he goes, sometimes predators think it might smell good too, so just keep an eye out. Because you
Okay.
realize there's a lot of decaying matter in this, but also, okay, catfish bait. Good. One of the main ingredients is manure. Because it specifically so there is a very powerful smell to waft into the water because catfish have such powerful senses of smell and they're detritivores or they're scavengers that they will eat rotting stuff.
Makes sense.
That's why you hear those horror stories of human remains being found in catfish, or like the Cali River gooches.
Up until you said that, I was totally willing to roll until Ryan actually really likes the smell of this.
That's why I cut you off ahead of the pass.
Yeah, I'm glad.
But yeah, and Gungalore is after he dispenses a good amount, he seals up the barrel. He's just like, oh god, I hate this stuff, but that bastard loves it, and he goes and stashes it aside. And he goes, all right, everyone, just keep an eye out. And Gumguller's standing there, harpoon in hand, scanning the river. He goes, now, one of the things about fishing is it may take a while. You gotta be patient.
Yep.
So,
Hey, what?
yeah. Eventually, you're fine. Like, eventually, you are able to hold down your breakfast.
That's fine.
You rolled above a 10, so you didn't lose your. So, you
We're gonna be
have
sitting here
time
for a bit.
you have time to chat. To hang out. We'll speed up, and I'm not going to do like real time waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real time REEL.
That would take fucking hours.
I miss fishing.
Crack a beer, take a nap.
I would still kind of like to try crabbing, see if that was because I did that when I was little with my dad.
Yes.
Then just yeet cages into the water and come back like 4 hours later.
Some of my favorite childhood memories are going up to the lakes with my grandpa and uncle and just spending a weekend fishing.
Someone tried to get me into fishing, and it was pretty miserable. It was cold, it was wet, and when I finally managed to catch the smallest little fish, a bald eagle swooped down and took it off the line.
I'm sorry, that's so funny.
It's great.
And that bastard knew he was a protected species.
We don't have bald eagles. Actually, no, I have seen bald eagles here at the lakes, but they're not native normally. We would just have ospreys be a problem. I mean, like the lakes in northern Arizona. I don't mean the artificial desert lakes here.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember actually being a kid and catching a very large catfish in one of the city lakes. That it was like my grandpa said he looked it up later, and it was considered like not like top 10 biggest catfish there, but still like one of the bigger ones they've caught. That have been recorded at that lake.
Oh.
Because it was the lake they would toss all the catfish they dredge up from the canals.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so you can spread out or just hang out. Just see if you wanted to prepare. Gungor seems to have picked this spot because, according, as you can see on the map, this is the shallowest point, and that's where he put the majority of the bait.
I'm going, since we got time, I'm gonna pop up my unseen servant
Uh-huh.
and just start taking some of the some of the shells. Are there shells around here?
Not so much shells. That would be closer to the beaches, but um, there would be like colorful river rocks and stuff.
I wanted to just be sharpening rocks and collecting sticks to make arrows, essentially, just while we're
Okay.
chilling.
Um, so I would say Amon would have talked to you. You're good on arrowheads because you have shark teeth. And that was actually something Grace said that the next day that would be something good for Amon to focus on is using some of those shark teeth. But yeah, gathering up appropriate sticks and branches that would be useful.
Okay.
Plus, it's like specific types of stone make a good arrowhead. Some of them are just not the correct kind. So, but yeah, you can set your unseen servant just gathering up stuff for arrows, even picking up the occasional loose feather if you see one.
Yeah.
Because even though it's rainy, you do hear the jungle. It's still an active jungle. You see birds fly by. They're not flying as often, but they go from branch to branch, trying to stay out of the rain. You hear distant monkeys hooting. There is one point, Quiet Hearts, you hear the distant whistling of hook horrors, but they're far off. It seems.
And they know
And they
better.
fear the quiet hearts.
Yeah, they do. um, I heard you really did do like the butterfly eye spot shock treatment on them with your wings.
Yeah?
And it worked.
That's just what they were copying. There are no sudden increases of size, and flashing eye spots will fuck with animals. They're not like a woodsman, but they fucking know that.
While we're waiting, Ryoko, Quiet Hearts, and Rayan, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna cast it at level 4, so you get 15
Oh.
points.
Aid. Lovely.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
It's a fun spell.
That's nice. You're like a fourth of my HP.
I know that you're weirdly squishy, so
Wait, is that is
That's
that like the HP maximum one or?
hit point maximum and current hit
Yeah.
points increased by 15 for 8 hours.
Hell yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, just this skunk is taking a while to clear out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I sympathize.
nobody in this house feels very good, so. I felt fine, and then this morning I woke up and one side of my nose was blocked again.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say a skunk?
A
Gunk.
skunk.
Gunk.
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 See, I thought you went the way of biter.
Oh no. That poor horse.
I would die.
Yeah, I was trying to look up something. I was typing something up, but I typed in skunk and it was like no results found. Why not? It was like, wait a minute, that's not what I was trying to look up. Damn it.
Skunks do not exist.
Well, while her unseen servant is doing its thing, Ryan will go check on you on it. How are you holding up, warrior?
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Excited to do some fishing?
I'm doing it.
Yeah. Are you Is this nice for you?
Is what I
Was
do.
it good for you?
Shut up, God.
This is what I do.
Yeah, you've talked about it a lot, but I've never actually seen you do it. So it's
Well, this ain't the same as slaughter sailing, no. Same general principle, though.
do you like it?
I'm good at it, and I like
No,
doing it.
that's not what I asked though.
I like doing what I'm good at.
Okay. Uh,
Dang it, where should I put his character sheet?
Is that anyone or just?
Oh,
what?
anyone who's not chatting or, otherwise, doing their own thing, if you want to just keep a lookout.
Yeah, I'll do the eyes. That's my job.
I shall.
Aha!
That's all you use.
As
That's all you do. You're just eyes.
I shall peek.
Pretty much.
Gumgalore throws the harpoon into the water, it lances through, and hauling it up, he pulls out a very large fish, not a catfish, but looks to be like a river fish. He goes, "Well, not what we're going for, but that will be good for dinner." As he
Mm-hmm.
tosses it up onto the shore, goes, might as well see what else we might be able to fish up and take the extra. You can take the extra to the village if you want.
Oh, want me to chop that one up now?
Oh, sure. Um, actually, Ryoko,
Yes.
I was looking at item stuff and like going over handouts, and I remember the razor trout. It has the ability; it can help just basically automatically fillet and clean a fish without expending a charge, or as long as you have a charge, the the knives can be used for that. So if you want to
Ah,
help, you want to dice that up. Although it would be second nature for you. I'm just trying to see
Mm-hmm.
if people want to get involved.
Ryan's trying to do small talk and feeling like she's failing awkwardly.
I mean, that's just the neurodivergent mood.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking at several people in this room.
Uh,
Hey, I know I wasn't exactly like excluding myself from that.
Are the neurodivergents in the room with us right now?
So,
No, I'm not.
um,
Anyways, so Ryoko will gut whatever we catch.
okay, yeah, you help Yoane out, and between the two, his practice skill and your skill with knives, uh, yeah, Gumgler will occasionally fish up spear another fish and pull it up. Varying sizes. It seems that other fish are getting attracted by the bait, and Gumgalore says, might have to toss in some more, but it's actually good. You know, more activity means there's probably something good here, and that'll get the Solero interested. So,
do you know anything about this thing?
uh, like what?
Like how it got so big? Is it just old or?
I mean, it's been here as long as I've been here. From what the moon scales say, yeah, it's been here long. Within living memory, at least.
Hmm.
Big
Should we kill it?
big fish can live a long time.
Should we kill it?
Isn't that the whole reason we're here?
Yeah, I know. I just, you know, shrugs. We're here. We're not really, we're just waiting for something to show up. So I just trying to make conversation.
Um, just just for fun, where are you all spaced on the map, or are you all just staying there clustered together?
Rain was next to you on it because she was like trying to do the human thing.
Okay.
I'm not saying I don't think we shouldn't. I mean, it's a big creature. It's not like it's something that's rare and special and needs to be protected. I'm just trying to make conversation and doing it badly.
You're doing okay, Gungler says as he's like eyes are scanning the water.
So how about them Yankees, gang?
What are Yankees?
Mm.
Like a type of bird?
It's-
Toronto.
yeah, you hear a bird, like a tropical bird, just go Yankee.
That's canon in your world now.
Congrats.
I don't know.
GG's done it
Put a
again.
feather in its cap and called it macaroni.
There's so many birds that are named after their, phonetically after their calls.
Whippoorwills and all
There's a go away bird, I think. It sounds like it's saying "go away."
that. Yeah.
That's me, actually. I'm just in the woods telling everybody to go away.
My favorite owl is the "Who cooks for you."
What?
Who cooks for
That's
you?
what a lot of people think barred owls sound like.
Oh, I
Who
guess I
cooks
could
for
see it.
you?
Who cooks for you?
I could hear it, I guess. But so
Too many cooks?
Too many cooks.
No.
are you perched up in a branch, or are you just on the ground?
I'm up in a branch. I can...
Okay, so that would kind of make sense. You would see a little bit easier. You have better perspective. As Ray and Yuana and Gunwar are chatting, Quiet Hearts, are you just sitting there on the beach, just keeping an eye out, or just
They're just kind of sitting, keep an eye out.
okay?
Like
So-
specifically there between Ryoko and the water.
Yeah. So Kurono,
Yes.
probably you would see it as Quiet Heart's probably looking a bit directionally. This isn't actually south, but to the south of the map because this river flows east to west or west to east. But on the map, you see a little bit over here. It looks like a ripple underneath the water, like that displacement of something large moving under the water, and it's like down in these bulrushes or whatever these like shore plants would be.
She's gonna whistle, and then if anybody looks, she's gonna point over there.
Rain looks.
Yeah, obviously.
Instead of
So
yelling, and it's a more natural noise. Fish are skittish.
now that it's been pointed out, Quiet Hearts, you're a little shocked that something got this close to you without realizing. But yeah, you do see like there's possibly something moving through like by the shore, making the plants move.
Alrighty then. Let's see what bites.
Do you think that's our
You might want
Catfish?
to back up.
Gungalore is like leaning in, looking at it intently, harpoon in hand. He goes, possibly. And he goes, here, hold your nose as he cracks the barrel again and tosses in another scoop. And quickly seals it again, not wanting to leave that open while fighting because that would just be unpleasant. And probably make things difficult for you all. Oh yeah, I should put on ambience.
Yeah.
Where's the... Do I have just sound of rain? No. Okay, so as I'm looking for appropriate, what are y'all doing as you notice something moving in the rushes? I don't know if they're
Rayan
actually
will
rushes, but
listen to Ioane and get out of like the she'll get behind him.
All right.
I'm gonna ready an action to let me see here. Not do lightning because that might be a little bit of an overkill. But
You and I have both worried about that.
let me see here.
It's gonna be really funny if this thing has something like the Anzu that absorbs it.
Scrap it? Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah, I'm trying to look for like rain ambience. Can't remember where I would find that.
get a light crossbow shot ready. Or actually, no, a sacred.
Yeah,
flame,
haven't
because
you
I'm
ever
in range.
seen? Yeah, they should invent a catfish that could shoot lasers out of its barbels.
Yes, invent a catfish that does that.
Well, while it's still kind of winding up, I'm going to cast Bless on you peoples.
Oh. I'm going
Yep.
to ready a spell.
Okay, and who are you putting bless on?
Everyone except Quiet Hearts. Oh, and
Okay.
Gungalore. I don't have enough space for Gungalore, and he doesn't fucking need it. He's an ogre.
I'm readying a spell. When I see the catfish, I'm going to summon aberration.
Okay. So, and everyone's just holding their ground as is?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then...
I've got a 22 stealth check, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I've been keeping that in mind. Because, yeah, I'd say that's that's been your general self because you've had to go back into hiding after like when you've stepped up to help with the fish. But so as you are watching the river, you see the rushes and the plants kind of jostle a bit as it seems something's moving, and you and Gumgalore kind of occasionally glance to the side and see like other fish are kind of showing up. It's not like becoming like super active, but there are like other fish swimming around. Some of them have been too small for you to bother harpooning, but they don't seem to be like too concerned really or agitated. They seem more interested in the bait. And then there is suddenly a surging splash of water as charging out of the river directly at Quiet Hearts
Oh!
is a troll. Which, not a
Fucker!
catfish, so... Initiative, please. It's not a surprise attack because you knew it was there, but...
Son of a bitch. How bad can you do, Ryan?
Dang.
Pretty bad. Oh my god.
Good thing you beat its point by 1 so you can get your assassinate in, Ryoko.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
not a
You gotta roll.
catfish, right?
No, Gunglor's like, no, I was worried one of them would show up, but I thought you killed all of them. I'm sorry. So I got to roll for Gunglor. Wait, I might have too many overlapping tracks.
Yeah, you've got 2 battle tracks playing at the same time, or something. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, the rain didn't loop. Oops. Okay. Did I roll
Well,
for
despite
Gunglor initiative?
Despite Assassinate giving me advantage, I did not roll super well.
Oh no. As you rush up to it and try to stab it, seems to like sidestep the blade, just kind of tilt its head at you, and it is going to try to bite you. Unless you wanted to disengage and move away from it, because you still have your turn. Right, you still have the rest of
No,
your
I'll
turn.
be right in here.
Okay.
Let's corner this fucker and fuck him up.
Just
Yeah, it's going to try to
remember,
bite you because you
just
try to stab it.
remember, I gave you guys bless.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, even
How
with
do you
a D4, a 4 on a bless, that wouldn't be enough to hit it.
Yeah, it's a reminder.
Yeah. So, but it is going to try to bite you, Ryoko, because you try to stab it. Oh. 5 piercing. That is going to claw at Quiet Hearts twice.
Second one hits.
Okay. And then next. Oh, it's Gumgore. He's going to run up, picking up a log from the ground. And no, I need a. Maybe it's so I can roll advantage. I know it's always roll for him. Bonk. Damn. So that's Gumgalor's turn. Quiet Hearts.
So, oh, goody. Flanking with the ogre. Fun. I'm gonna hit it. Wait. Do you want to do anything else? Nah, I'm gonna just hit it.
Bonk it.
Let's
Do
do
a bomb.
20 hours. Whack. 3.
Oh yeah, that hit.
Okay,
11
pretty
damage.
Swing dose.
Nice.
1. Much better.
15.
Do you wanna? Yeah, I'll throw a basic bitch smite on it.
All right.
Yeet.
Hey, you did half the bit of damage there. 30 something damage.
Yep.
It's looking rough already. And anything else for your turn?
I think that's it.
Hey, Toronto.
I'll just stay over here. Excuse me. And I'm gonna hit it with a Sacred Flame. No, I'm not. DC 15
Okay.
dex save.
For the troll. Dex save.
Yep.
Does not have a good dex. Well, it has a +1, but not enough. So 7 damage. As there's that little static spark flame that zaps it. Anything else for you?
Should I throw out my spiritual weapon, or you guys think you're gonna beat the shit out of it before it can do anything?
I don't think it
I
has
think
a lot left.
I think we'll bring it down just fine.
It's been bloodied already. I'll just say that. This is a basic troll.
Basic troll. Okay. that will be my turn then. I'll stay up in this
Okay.
tree.
Rayan.
Alrighty. Well,
Now, I will say, because you hesitated, it's like, your triggering phrase for the spell was a catfish, and this is not a
Yeah, no.
catfish, and you did hesitate a bit, so I'll say you didn't cast the
Yeah,
spell,
yeah.
you won't lose it or anything.
I know how a troll do, so I'm gonna actually do acid splash.
Okay. And try to not to splash your friends.
Yeah, like I'll aim like right behind it, so it's that's no damage. Oh my god, that's pathetic. DC 15.
Oh.
Okay, well I can't heal now.
Yeah.
It's like she like hacks up the ball of acid, but like it goes way over its head and just keeps going, but some of it drips down onto it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, it still hits it, but it splatters it's not a full hit.
Yeah.
It's still, 5 damage is still enough to fuck up a commoner. This is still a lot of acid damage. Still
And a
decent
bonus
acid.
action.
And so you just see these wounds that were torn up by Quiet Heart's Morning Star. They were already starting to heal over in that way you've seen troll wounds, but now they're sizzling with that.
Excellent. Bonus action.
Tentacle.
Tentacle of the Deep.
Tentacle.
14.
One
wait.
short.
Wait.
Oh yeah, you do have bless. 15 is its AC.
One short.
6 damage.
Damage.
It's looking real rough. Yowane.
Sorry, was that max? No, it wasn't. Never mind.
Oh, the tentacles. Here, I'll just move it there.
Oh.
Because Yowane's token was on the map first, it went underneath the tentacle. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oops, I'm not ready.
Okay.
I need to.
So just the
I always
14?
Yeah, just the 14.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Well, before he runs up, it's like, well, it's not what we're putting on the grill, but let's cook this fool.
And as you run up to it, sizzling with these wounds, it kind of gives this screech of pain as it's just being pummeled and now burning. Clearly overestimating what it was getting itself into. How do you finish this thing off?
Goes for a gut punch to make it keel over, and then an uppercut to the jaw.
Yeah, those of you who are around, I can hear the teeth clench, clack together and probably crack and break as its jaw cracks, and you just see this thing fall over on its back, gurgle for a bit before the acid to it prevents it from healing. As Ryoko, you can put it out of its misery, but it will be dead by it's dead. It's just the regenerate's not going to be able to keep up with the acid burning it.
Yay!
Story-wise, so the troll is dead.
And immediately he's gonna start dragging the body over to the water.
Okay, well, Kurono,
Yeah.
that it would be. You would see Yowane grab the troll by by the limbs and start dragging it towards the water. That's not going to be required, as you see. And let's get you off the map. Why aren't you getting out the? I can't move the troll from the. There it goes. Initiative. Jeez. As you see another ripple of water.
Show me
Oh,
the
sir.
fat fuck.
As charging from the water in a similar spray, but much larger, you see barreling towards Rayan.
Uh-oh.
The walrus.
Charging up onto land on 4 powerful squat limbs. You think they might be lobe fins at first, but you see they are almost humanoid as it drags itself like a lumbering monitor lizard charging out of the water, barbels flailing as it lunges towards Rayan. As
Alright.
the
Oh,
Great White
boy.
Bolero does
Oh.
21 hit, because this would be a sneak attack against you.
Oh god, yeah.
I rolled a crit for its stealth to approach while the
Yeah,
fight
no,
was
that's fair.
going on.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
So you are now grappled.
Cool.
As you just suddenly hear the splash of water behind you and turn around just in time to see a massive fish chomp down on you.
Okay, what's that?
18. Ryoko, your turn.
Okay.
Hey, look, it wasn't you this time, Ryoko!
Wow.
Gives her like a weak up and she's being bitten into.
Yeah, this technically works. All right.
Okay. That hits. 10 damage. And, Yeah. You're technically grappled. Yeah, I'd say you'd get sneak attack. I'll be nice.
Yay!
I was debating on that since Rayan's like partially in its mouth.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it counted yet or not, so I decided to.
Whoa.
Err on the side of caution.
26 damage to it. And it doesn't seem to take extra damage from your. Oh, wait, no. You're not using the Argent Venom. Never mind. So, it's turn now, unless you wanted to slip away again, Ryoko.
Nope. I know the strat.
Ah, oh no!
So, on its turn. I'm sorry, Rayan. This is so funny that it's Rayan, the predator incarnate, that this happens to.
Oh god.
Shit.
So, I make a bite. It automatically hits because you're.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, you avoid the damage from the bite because of the 9 when it hit. But you still get swallowed and take 15 acid damage.
Ow! Oh, so that's what this is like!
Oh, God. The Vor God got bored.
She
So-
doesn't like it when you call her a god.
Yep. So, there. Let's put you there.
Ow!
And then Ryoko, you see Rayan just get slurped down like a, plate of spaghetti. And then it looks to you, lifting up a big, meaty fin hand. Does 14 hit?
Yeah.
Oh, it does? Okay.
We gotta get you fucking studded leather.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does a big slapping. Oh, that was a good hit.
Well,
Oh, you do have evasion, so you can reduce that by half if you want.
oh, I do.
That would take your reaction. So, if
I'm
you want
okay
to
with
reduce
that.
that to 8,
Yep.
okay. Gum Galore, like, oh, I'm sorry, this wasn't the plan, as he's like rushes up, just like swinging the log over his head. 12 bounce, he hits it, it glances off. This thing is much like a, almost like a walrus. It's very blubbery in a weird way. Doesn't He doesn't get a solid hit, and Gumglar is only a base boost, so he doesn't get multi-attack. That hurts. That hurts. You just saw Rayan get eaten.
Yeah. See how far can I go? This far. Run over. As they're running over, you see those ethereal chains coalesce around it as the Hexblade Curse gets used. And
Nice.
then as they start winding up the Warhammer, it begins to glow as for the bonus action they're casting Divine Favor. And one try and hit it now. 12.
What does Divine Favor do?
It adds extra damage if I hit.
Is it a concentration?
I think so.
Because that would drop Bless for the others.
Yes, it is a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Till the spell
Okay,
ends,
just-
your weapons deal 1d4 radiant.
Okay, I'm not going to do that then.
Okay.
Bless is more useful at the moment.
Yeah, and 12 misses.
Yeah, I'm just check one
Seems to be able to slip around like a plesioth on the mud.
Yeah.
What's the mud one?
Oh,
Chiritotus.
Yes.
Yeah.
19.
19 hits, though.
Okay, cool. Smack. Hexblade Curse. And then it's going to get a smitted.
Okay. Oh, dang. So 17.
Nope. Gets a heavy
Okay.
whack and a boom.
Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah.
to make you regret eating, putting me in his mouth, hopefully.
Anything else for your turn?
That's it. I've used all my actions. Can't move any farther.
Okay. Corrado.
I'm gonna put spiritual weapon right there.
Okay. So, the electrical copy of your holy weapon.
And let's see. You. Hit? Nope.
Nope.
Not. But she's gonna come down here and this is flanking.
You'd have
right?
Yep, flanking with Gumgalore.
Debbie with this. I
Uh,
got it didn't roll the advantage, so let me roll it. Okay.
you also have Bless.
So that 15, I'm gonna roll the 4 on.
Okay. You were one short, so anything would have gotten it. So go ahead and roll damage for that one. And 2. Okay. So it is actually it actually takes 4 damage from the lightning, because it is vulnerable.
Oh.
It also has Ran in it, so I didn't want to use the lightning on it.
Yeah, that would hurt.
But, and it's a fun but.
Oh no.
As you see the lightning crackle through its body, it squeals a bit from the reaction to and recoils, but then you see its muscles tense as you see almost like lights glowing, turning on just from the glow beneath its skin as a line of electrical organs crackle to life.
Takes more lightning damage, but lightning damage empowers it. That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't just nuke it.
Greg, you do take 4. You do take 4. No, 2 lightning damage as it conducts.
Wait, I do?
Yep.
Ow!
It's like a static zap as you're like sizzling in the stomach acid.
What is
Not-
right in here?
But it is your turn, unless Ryan or Corrado, you want to do anything else?
Oh, that was all I could do. spiritual weapon, my bonus. So
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Sorry, that was just really funny.
Yeah, I have a question.
Uh-huh.
I am literally in its stomach. It is impossible for me to not touch this creature, yes?
Possibly.
Because I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Okay, I would say you would have advantage because you're
Awesome.
still having to cast the spell while being jostled around in a dark, cramped, burning place. But you're right. You are right there, so you will have advantage.
Natural 20.
Well, there you go.
I didn't even need it. Yeah. Oh god, what level is my spells now? 4? Yeah, level 4.
At level 8? Oh, right, Warlock's. Well, that's definitely enough to make it puke you out.
Oh god.
You get
That's 23.
You land
24,
next to
25,
Ryoko as
27. And I heal half of that, so 13?
as you see the rest of you see as it starts to crackle with energy. There's suddenly a pulse of dark energy that seems to ripple out from it as it starts to twitch and recoil before vomiting out Rayan. Her crab hand crackling with that same dark energy as she's just now laying there prone, covered in
that's
slime.
You know, I get it now. She's just like staring up at the sky.
Yeah, you're laying there and you look to Ryoko who's standing next to you, and it's like, I get it now.
Yeah, Suryoko. I get it now. I understand your reaction.
So, Rain, you still have your movement if you want to spend half of it to stand up, and your
I
bonus
would.
action.
And bonus action, I'm going to move my tentacle closer.
Okay.
I don't want to take an attack of opportunity, so tentacle, do your thing. 15?
Nope. Oh wait, you're blessed.
Well,
You're blessed, so
haha,
it would
19.
hit because its AC is 16.
1. I'm gonna lose those 10 feet of movement.
Yep. And you see, it does start looking towards the water after this. Much like the troll, seems to have underestimated you all.
I'm gonna try to do it. It's very
Okay.
weird to come up behind people and bite them. And Auckland.
Okay. Doesn't
That's
seem
fair.
to react.
Okay. I figured it was a long shot that it could understand.
Or, well, you can do
but
an insight if you want.
yes, I'd like to.
Don't be a too deep one because it's not taking your whole turn. Yeah,
Oh,
you don't know if it
God.
heard you or if it's just in like animal panic mode or just like fight or flight mode. You're not sure if it heard you at all, or if it can even hear. You don't see ears on it.
Or understands even.
Yeah. Ioana, your turn.
Rage, please.
Love how calmly you say that. Rage, please.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, did you want to be base to base or, step back?
Gonna grapple.
Yeah, it's surprisingly. You grapple onto it, but by doing so, you take 1 point of lightning damage. You're used to this. This is nothing.
Mhm. Yep. He wrestles giant fish all the time. He's
And
totally in his element.
Okay, you still have your other attack if you want.
Yep.
Yep, that hits. The 15 damage. Okay, and you take another 4 damage, unless you're resistant. I can't remember.
I am not.
Okay. Not yet, anyways.
It'll happen eventually if I just keep zapping myself.
Or you might get nerve damage. But,
Yeah,
Ryoko.
that's how you develop damage resistance. You just stop feeling the pain.
Yeah, that's true. Ryoko, your turn. You're all surrounding and Goodfellas stomping this giant fish. $23 damage.
Flash. Yeah. Fuck this fish.
Oh yeah, it's looking really hurt. Do you want a bonus action for anything, or? You have enough weapons. You could do an offhanded bonus action attack.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, yeah, because with Bless, that would be enough with that 15 to hit. So, yeah, another 7 damage. Or, well,
I'm
minus
just
your dex, so 3 damage.
making sushi.
Right? That's how, like, unless you have the two weapon fighting, it's you don't add your modifier to the second damage.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Correct.
Okay, so 3
Yeah.
damage. Still, damage is damage. Its turn. Not liking this, it's going to bite you, Iwane. That doesn't do anything. And it is going to slap you. That doesn't do anything. Ryoko, and it's flailing, it's going to try to slap you. Because it gets an extra attack when it's energized. 19?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So 18 damage. You can use your reaction to have that again.
I will, because that's not great.
Yeah, as it just gives you basically, it just starts flailing and basically catches you on a backhand. But Gumgalor's turn. Because its speed is 0, being grappled, it can't. Yeah, he's gonna flip it over the head. And he is flanking, so 12 damage. Okay, quite hurts. It's
Going
looking
to
real rough.
shift around behind it because they don't want it to fucking run away like a little bitch. Alright, I'm actually gonna drop Bless and then go Divine Favor because I just want to full aggro this little bitch.
Alright.
Okay, advantage.
Dang.
There we go.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, okay.
It had 6
Hey,
HP. Gumgalor almost
So-
finished it, but
So it's literally just a crack in the back, and it basically just almost bends in half as the fishy spine gets snapped.
yep. And yeah, it gives this gurgling screech, and it kind of does that before it collapses and does that fish flopping thing for a few seconds before it goes still. And Gumgalor is there, still holding the log he picked up out of the mud. He's just like, and then he just gives it another smack over the head just to be sure. Like, okay, just making sure.
It's fair. It's
Yeah, you can never
catfish.
be too sure.
So now you see why I wanted help.
Yeah,
And
how?
Yeah.
he like reaches over, pats you on the head, Rand goes, "Sorry about that," and then he's like, "Ugh," and like wipes the slime off, and, like flicks the slime away.
Frowns at him.
Fireheart's gonna move over to Ray and just. Do you require healing?
Yeah, I should.
No?
Sorry, I was turning off the music.
I also will pat Rayed on the head. Not so repelled by the wet slime. It's like, you know, the first time you get eaten by a giant fish is an unforgettable experience.
I ate it back.
It's a. I don't like the Dead Trolls movie.
Wait, hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna go touch that trouble.
Yeah, it's dead. I was just
Yeah,
the first time it moved was an accident. I clicked the token and I was like, all right, that's funny. It just slides.
yeah.
It's like a body in Elder Scrolls that just slides across the map.
But yeah, Fireheart's came up and asked if you require healing.
Rand smiles up at you all day. I ate it back.
Yep. Now, if you excuse me.
Did you hear Quiet Hurts?
No.
No?
Yes.
Yeah,
maybe.
I heard you.
Okay, I'm just pretty sure it doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
Quiet Hurts
just
asked you like twice if you needed healing.
Oh. Okay. Nah, I think I'm okay. That hurt, but I don't imagine we're going to get into any more fights today.
You can never know. But, you still got that fillet knife, Ryoko?
What
Yep.
the?
Huh.
Did anyone else get that?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone died off screen. It happens.
It's the Dinotopia track. There's just a screaming.
Actually,
animal
it's
in there.
not.
No. Oh, it's you wanna.
That's not me.
Well, you were to blame. You're the one who gave me that audio file. It's just something I had in the files.
I just want to know, it's like, did we hear that diegetically?
No, that was
Oh, good,
that was a
'cause-
mess up. It was next to the file I turned off. I'm having like I think my mouse batteries are dying because I'm starting to get a lot of misclicks recently.
Yeah, don't do it.
But yeah, with Ryoko will provide assistance with the flaying
I
knife.
will.
Yeah, so you'll have advantage with the hunter's gatherer.
We should cook up some catfish.
Okay, so yeah, you have. Oh yeah, I should. So one of the things as you start going through and harvesting this catfish, you notice that, and Gumgalore helps too, because
Of
this has
course.
been his.
This is his great white catfish.
It's literally the Great White Solera.
Yeah.
So he goes and you start going through and you open up the mouth and there's like so most catfish don't have teeth like gars or crocodiles, which is what they look more resemble, but or like pikes. But most catfish don't have arms or legs like this does. So this is definitely not a natural catfish, especially with the size and bulk. But within its mouth, Gumgalore is amused to see that there is quite a large amount of hooks, both homemade and proper fishing hooks, just embedded in its lips and gums and stuff. Just
I
over
was
the
wondering
ages,
what that scratching feeling was going down.
it also had some pretty big teeth. But yeah, you do. It's like, oh yeah, you did get torn up by some. And Ryan, while you were in the stomach, this is a little
Oh
grotesque,
no.
but you did feel like there were other things inside it, like kind of rattling around like previous things that it'd eaten.
Yeah.
But when you cut open the gut, I'll come up with like proper stuff for harvesting beyond like the electrical organs and maybe the barbells and some of the skin and meat. But inside the stomach is where you find the interesting stuff beyond the like row of electrical organs running down the body, which are actually very similar to what you saw in the Anzu. And you think that maybe the Jarus would be able to make something with the potions with that. But inside its stomach, as you cut it open, you find several pounds of fishing hooks and fishing line. Some of them dissolved over time. Gumgalore is just like picks one up. He's like, "Oh yeah, I remember making this one too. Wasn't even fishing for him with these." And he goes, picks up like a mangled like fly fishing lure. It's a very large one. He goes, "I think I remember the fish it ate that I was pulling in with this." He's just like fond memories of just like his
Um,
battles with this thing over time.
it's like an archaeological record. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, I lost this hook 5 years ago.
yeah. So in its stomach there is remains of half digested fish. There's like a turtle. There's some other animals. You see a monkey that partially dissolved. This thing was active, and you would guess like what Gumgalore said. There were like among the fish there are some land animals. I'm not going to get too descriptive because this is grossing me out myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does seem like it was eating things that had either fallen in the water or got too close to the water. But among its previous meals, you find a fairly large skull that, if you had to guess, would probably be similar in shape and size to the troll. You find a dark metal spiked collar, a small stone sundial, and a rusted, damaged pocket watch, and a humanoid hand, fairly small. You would probably guess it like gnome or halfling, inside its stomach.
Oh.
And when you pull the hand out, you see it's clutching something, like this fist clutch around something tight. And if you pry open the fingers in their death grip, you see a small golden ring in this halfling's severed hand.
Oh.
Sauron.
Is any of this magic?
The ring is, and the collar.
Okay.
The sundial and the pocket watch just look to be like two normal timekeeping pieces. A very different make, of course, but it's weird that it had two timepieces.
Weird that it happened twice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I didn't realize that when I was rolling up the random stuff in it. That like, wait, these are two timepieces. Whatever.
Well, for when you want to keep time when there's no sun out.
Yep. But the
Yeah.
ring and the collar are both magical.
I'll identify those.
Okay. So you take the time as Ryoko, Gumgalore, and you want to continue butchering the fish. And if you want, you can butcher the troll because there's some useful materials from them.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do another roll, that one is just a straight roll. Actually, no. Ryoko's helping you if you want, so you can get advantage. Someone wants to
Yep.
help with that. So go ahead and roll the Hunter's Gather for that one. Okay. Damn. Yeah, you have a pretty good, as gruesome as it might seem, and you probably hope you don't get too used to harvesting humanoid shaped things, but you've gotten used to carving up trolls. There's a weird population of them on this island, or there were.
Mm-hmm.
But the troll didn't really have anything in their like side pouch, hanging from their loincloth. But beyond just like some bits of old food, there's a fish that's been bitten in half. It looks like it grabbed and stuffed in the pouch while it was swimming, and a small little like stone carved idol that you recognize as a little effigy of Thaga, like like a much smaller version of the shrine you saw in the cave.
He'll just present it to Quiet Hearts. Feel like busting on this one too?
Just, no hesitation. Go smash.
And it's just looks to be like a crudely carved stone idol, and yeah, you smash it pretty good. You have to find a rock to hit it against, but yeah, it's
Returning
not like
to
a magic
butchering the
item.
catfish, he'll look to Gum Galore as they're cutting. So, you thinking of frying it?
Oh yes, definitely frying. Some stews to make it last a while. Oh, this is gonna.
Yeah. How about lemons?
Sorry, what was that one?
How about lemons? Catfish and
Hmm,
lemon.
there might be some in the village.
Yeah,
Um,
we can always poke around.
yeah, there might. Yeah, the village might actually have like a single lemon tree they've managed to grow in their little garden area. I mean, citrus is important on the navy. When you're sailing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah. So he goes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He goes, honestly, I'm thinking we haul this into the village once we're done, and we, probably make a good meal for everyone to help with embolden everyone with the preparations, right?
Don't take this the wrong way, but I figured you want to have this mostly to yourself. I mean,
Oh, I'm going to take like half of it for myself, but
yeah, this is your bastard.
I mean, there's only so much I can salt and cure, before I'm going to be eating good for a while. But you all deserve to take a cut of the things. I mean,
Yeah,
Ryan, it ate you, so you get to eat it back.
yeah.
Oh, true. Yeah, actually,
And
it's totally fair.
and looking at the items, the collar, there's not like an effect to it, but you recognize it as it's made out of fell steel, which you recognize as being around the forge was used a lot, but you realize it is a hellhound collar,
Oh, huh.
and you get the feeling that it's like it requires attunement by a hellhound. You would learn that from the identifier.
Okay. Ryan will
Those
hand
who-
it to Ryoko. Here, your hellhound would probably get use out of this.
He's not looking up from his cutting. Tarbarus.
Tarbarus,
I,
thank you.
I summon Tarbarus.
I will be right back.
And Tarbarus, you blow out the whistle, blow the flute, you blow the whistle, and stepping through a fiery Terran space, you see Tarbarus show up, and it looks to you, and you hear in your head, "What do you require of me, mistress?"
You want this?
He kind of blinks, and then kind of looks at the collar you're holding in your hand, tilts it, and he doesn't have a collar around his neck, but he look steps up towards it, sniffs, and he goes. Then he looks at you, he goes, "These were reserved for the hounds of the royal house." And
So do you want it or not?
if you wish to grant it to me, I will gladly take it.
What
Fuck
does
yeah,
it
let's
do?
get it.
And so you slip it over his neck, and you see it tightens, not to like choking, but resizes to fit him. As the metal starts to glow, it almost seems to glow with the hellhound's heat. So like the metal spikes around it seem to glow orange at the tips. As Tarbarus's AC goes up by 1, and he gains a new attack.
Nice.
So I will modify his stat block for you.
Thank you very kindly. I'm gonna give
As
Tartarus a.
when you see the collar go around his neck, there is like a short bit of chain that seems to grow from where like a like the tag would hang. It's only like 2 links and like a metal hook. Not
Mhm.
enough to like restrain or like secure him anything. It almost looks more like a dog tag in a weird way.
Interesting.
But see, now you're obligated that whenever he lays down to take a nap, you gotta free the neck meat and take his collar off for good deep scritches.
And the ring, this golden ring that you found in the clutch of a halfling's hand, swallowed by a giant fish in a river. As you cast identify it on it, it is a ring of angling. There, as you look at it, there is like on the inside of the band, once you've cleaned it off of the muck and such, there's like a little engraving of a large fish, like of a fish. And this ring is basically the ring version of the pole of angling. It turns into a reel, a line, and a hook, and a fishing pole. And so, yeah.
When Ryan detects, identifies it, she visibly brightens, like, runs over to Ioane, tugs on his arm.
That
Honey, this ring, if you wear it, you can create your own, summon your own fishing thing.
Huh.
She looks excited.
Yeah,
Well,
and
it sounds
Eli,
happy.
looking at it, it looks. You've seen or you've heard of these when she talks about it. This is something that your dad always wanted to see if he could get his hands on. These are considered like luxury items for like retired sailors or anyone who who does fishing professionally.
Mm-hmm.
These are considered like luxury items for people who take that seriously. Because you've heard your dad talk about that since he was an old retired sailor, and you know even even in the dark times, he still would always go down to the docks to go fishing.
Oh.
You should wear it.
Well, at the very least, I'm definitely gonna keep it around.
And Dumbledore goes, "Well, that's a fancy little find." And he picks up the troll's skull and he goes, "I'm going to put this one on my fireplace."
Oh,
So,
You
God,
sure
I
you don't
heard
want the skull of the fish?
Oh, I'm taking that one too. That one's it's just too big for the fireplace. That would have to become the fireplace.
oh my god, that'd be cool.
No. Well, think about this. Maybe you can hang it over the doorway.
Ooh.
Hey, Jungler?
Yes.
Make sure you eat the cheek meat.
Cheek meat. Oh, yes. So,
She whispers that to him.
you have you have completed the side quest. Capture, the greatest hunt, the greatest fish.
Wait, so what did the hell did Jungler do to Tartarus?
Ryoko,
Yes.
you see what the new attack is if you want Tarburst to demonstrate while he's around for the hour that he is.
Sure. Do I
As you see Tarburus you tell him to attack like one of the fallen logs as he kind of stances up, and about 15 feet away from it, you see the chain from the collar, kind of emerging from the back of where his neck would be, le- suddenly extends, lashing forward. As you see the hook at the end lash forward, hooking into the chain, the log, and kind of blackening where it hits as the hook is glowing that angry orange. So
Right.
now it's it's basically the same damage as his bite attack, but now he has reach.
Oh, he's like an infernal displacer beast now.
And he got a +1 to his AC, so he's a slightly bit harder to hit.
Instead of whippy tentacles, he's got chains.
Yep. I will say
So
it
the
was the
kinkier
displacer
version of
beast that
tentacles?
inspired that. But what?
So the kinkier version of tentacles?
Oh, more like the
No.
Cenobite version.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tartarus seems Ryoko. It's probably the first time you've seen his tail give a little wag of happiness before he
Oh,
composes himself.
Aw.
And he's got that little Doberman stub of a tail.
Mm-hmm.
See, you
I
gotta
gave him a
watch out
pet.
now, because that dog can now reach.
Oh, and he's like, wait a minute. And you hear Ryoko, you're the only one who hears the wait a minute. And you see the chain. He uses it to scratch his back, and like his leg starts going. It's like, but then he stops after a few seconds and goes, that was undignified. It's so worth it. And Ryoko, only you can hear it because you're the one who has the telepathic link with them.
uh,
But yeah, so
slowly melting his heart.
I mean his heart's not frozen at all. It's very fiery.
You can still melt it.
Yeah.
Look at Godzilla.
That was generally considered agreed to be a bad health problem.
So yeah, you have taken down the Great White Solero and a troll that tried to ambush you. Yeah, a successful day's hunt. You can load these up on the raft, and Gumgalore will take you back to the village when you're ready. You can take a short rest. Doing while you're all doing the harvesting and such if you want to heal up. Don't really have anything else planned for the day encounter wise, but
Yeah, let's haul this back.
Yeah.
yeah. So you haul back the Great White Solero. Gumgalore takes like two like one of the arms and legs and a good chunk of meat that you stop at his place to help. He stashes his stuff in his larder and
Mm-hmm.
making sure he's going to get ready. Making sure it's contained so it doesn't get. And he goes, "All right, Bubbles, be back later." And Bubbles gives this like the pseudopod from the river gives a wave.
Yeah, as we're walking, Yawade will continue that train of thought he presented. Is like, yeah, looking at like the general setup of your place, I think it could there's enough space above your doorway it could really pop.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You see, back where I was from, we had there was this one slaughter shed where they had the skull of like a giant sea serpent. You had to walk through it to get in there.
Oh yeah, I've never been to this, to any of the Republic slaughter docks, but I bet they're quite a sight.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, mostly I did a lot of in Gumgore, as you're hauling through. He goes, a lot of what I did was either bodyguard work or farm work when I was living in the archipelago.
Oh, farm.
Yeah,
What kind of crop?
uh, it was a lot of wheat and tobacco. Honestly, the tobacco job wasn't bad because part of your pay was in dried tobacco.
Oh yeah,
Tobacco.
but no, farming's good. Farming's important.
Oh yeah,
What's
That's
tobacco?
a rare opportunity. Oh, it's like the seaweed, except you grow it on the ground. You grow it on land.
I think
Oh.
that they're you have seen people smoking it around the village. They do grow like
Heard it called
a few
tobacco,
plants
though.
for it. What's that?
No one's called it tobacco, though.
Yeah. You just see them smoking it, and it's just like, oh, that's what they call it.
Is it nice?
Well, for some people, otherwise it's some people think it smells bad. It's
Gumgore makes a
personal
face. Some
preference.
people like to chew on it, and that's just the nastiest thing.
Yeah, stains your teeth.
That's my personal bias. I do not appreciate
Oh,
people
so
who
gross.
chew tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Brian, like, opens
I
her mouth.
might be really biased because I worked at a gas station, so I saw the kind of people who would buy chew.
Mm-hmm.
The worst ones were the ones who would walk in with their spit cup.
Mm,
Anyways,
yeah. Yeah. Brian, like, opens her mouth and taps one of her teeth with the mention of staining teeth.
Yeah, and I knew this one goblin. I can't remember what they chewed on, but it made their teeth red.
red.
Oh.
Yeah, straight red.
Was it blood?
Not like a bloody red, more like a root vegetable.
Yeah. Gumgo was like, yeah, I think I've heard of people chewing that stuff. Don't know what it is either. I hear it's more of a dynasty thing. Dragons like it.
Yeah, it must have been an
Dragonborn.
import then.
But yeah, so doesn't take too long to get from his place to the village, and it's not super late. It's probably still in the like mid late afternoon. So when you approach, people have been busy at work, and they're or they've been busy for most of the day, but it seems a lot of the work is winding down for the day. And as you approach, you get some attention because you're walking in with Gumglor, but you're also carrying in a very large amount of meat and food. And it gathers a bit of attention as you march up with Gumglor towards the cooking area. And while there is you see a bit of trepidation in, I think it's Susanna, the chef. No, wait, Susanna might be the hunter. Hold on. Matilda's the leader. Oh, Rosilda's the main cook. That's it. Rosilda, this wood elf woman, she just kind of gives you this look like, well, I guess we're having catfish tonight.
It'd be really funny if Rand could cook super well.
Did someone just snore?
I think it was a dinosaur.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Oh, cooking's a skill you gotta develop like any other.
I know. I was
If
saying
you-
that,
if you-
not Rand.
If you wanna like get learning about it,
I do want to learn all I can. And I'm
let me tell you, most food generally tastes better when you cook it. Trust me, I know you're, like you've eaten tons of things and things that are by no means should be eaten, but I think there's worlds of flavor you have not yet discovered.
Oh.
As for the snoring, I think that's coming from our resident bird.
Yeah, I think Raven fell asleep.
No.
Oh. But Griselda
I?
is.
Could I? Ryan like turns pink and nervous. Could I watch you cook?
I'm not much of a. I don't consider
No, no,
myself a
no,
very
no,
good
not to you,
cook
not to
myself,
you.
but
No, to the cook.
And Griselda smiles and goes, "Oh yeah, sure."
She'll
And
look
she
at
goes,
hmm?
"She
You
goes,
first.
yeah,
No, you first.
um, yeah. We always need people to help with the the prep work, and always good for people to learn how to cook."
Okay. I want to learn everything. By hearts, you want it? Do you want to learn too?
Yeah, Firehearts will join. Just to give a little silent nod.
Looks to Quiet Hearts. Big, what her eye, big puppy dog eye.
Just- yeah, it's just they just give another nod. It's just like yeah.
No, no, no. It was Quiet Hearts and Ioane.
Yeah.
Quiet Hearts did yes, so she's looking at Ioane with the big
apologies,
puppy
I'm
dog
back.
eye. So, Ray, Ryan asked Quiet Hearts and Ioane if they wanted to learn to cook with her, and then Quiet Hearts nodded, and Ryan is giving Ioane the big puppy dog eye.
I mean, I know how to cook. It's just not really a skill I've really what's it flex me mom would not have allowed me to leave the household if I didn't know how to fend for myself a little bit.
Well, do you want to learn more?
Well, I've got nothing better to do.
I'm getting more comfortable around meat. So, I'm curious how this works. No, I keep hearing sounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna go away from now that you're no longer in the jungle, and there's not dinosaurs rampaging.
Mm-hmm.
I've eaten so much, but I don't know how to make those things edible.
Oh well, right place to learn. And Rosilda seems happy to have a new, more people to help do it. Fill out the cooking duties. And she seems pleased by your desire to learn. Is it
So,
rain? No, rain.
I've got a question. Does all the blood and stuff bother you when you're cooking?
Well, usually when cooking, it's if it's something that's big, it's already been gutted and drained by my daughter Susanna, and
Mm-hmm.
she nods to the half elf woman that you've met, and Rand, it might be a little uncomfortable seeing her
Oh,
because it was Susanna's face that the faceless stalker wore to
yeah.
go to sneak into Ben
When
Chalk's room.
right. So is she right there?
No, she's just off to the side. It looks like she's skinning like she's like skinning something or plucking feathers out of jungle pheasant. But she's like off to the like she's not within like conversation distance. But
Okay,
you can see
Ryan.
her.
Five Hearts and Ioane would definitely notice that the excitement that was there and the happiness does falter when she looks over.
So, and
Ah,
Rizalda doesn't seem to notice, and she seems more focused on getting things set up. And she gets the three of you set up. You know, Rayan and Quiet Heart, she has you dicing vegetables and stuff. It's like that's fairly simple. But you want to, you've mentioned that you have experience carving up things, so she has you like carving up some of the Soloro meat,
Mm-hmm.
dicing that up and stuff. But she goes, yeah. So a lot of it is preparation, and most of the elbow grease goes into the preparation. Then it's just cooking it, and waiting. So,
I
but
will say, in spite of the fact they know how to use a blade, Quiet Hearts has absolutely no idea of proper proportions on like how to cut things. So some cuts are too big, some cuts are too small, some they've absolutely atomized to the point they're basically shredded, and
mush.
it's just like there's no consistency at all. And they've
She,
actually slowly grown more frustrated the more they've been
Oh,
cutting.
she after when she comes back to check on you, unless Ray, you wanted to comment first.
yeah.
Um,
Rayanne will pause what she's doing, put a hand on Quiet Heart's shoulder.
because there are other people around cutting, so Ray, you were probably like watching some other people dice, and she did give you she did hand you like some knives and be like, okay, just slice these up into small chunks. She didn't give you much guidance beyond like doing it once to one thing before she got pulled away to into something else. So she's like, I'll
Yeah,
check on you in a
Rayanne would
second.
absolutely like see how other people are doing it and like, oh, that's how I do it.
Yeah, but
But put a hand on Quiet Heart's arm, shoulder. Are you okay?
I am okay. I have never done this before. And as I assumed, I do not have the ability.
Quiet Hearts. I did not
They
have the
pause
ability,
and
but
I'm just saying, they just pause and mangling a pork potato.
if you don't, if it is not something, ah,
Still coughing up some of that stomach fluid, eh?
ugh,
God, um,
that made me queasy.
Yeah, a little bit.
if this is making you uncomfortable and it's not something you want to keep doing, you don't have to. But
I would
remember,
like to do it.
Quiet Hearts. I'm learning everything for the first time too.
I would like to do it. I would like to be more than just a thing, but I don't seem to have whatever it needs
Quiet
to
Hearts.
be.
Quiet Hearts. May I touch you?
Blinked for a minute because, like, from their point of view, that came out of nowhere. It's just like, yes.
She'll reach up and like put a cup Quiet Hearts' face. You are so much more than just a thing.
I'd like to be
You
better
are
than just
so much.
killing.
You're not just a weapon. You're not just a sword to be pointed at something. You're thoughtful and passionate, and your eyes and wings are amazing.
They take in just kind of a slow, deep breath. That I just.
Yeah,
Thank
quite
you.
hard. Sorry to butt in, but well, I'm not exactly approving of the exact method and you were taught. You didn't exactly learn how to be a good fighter either in a single afternoon.
Yeah. I'm still
I
learning.
I actually took to it quite naturally. Not first time, but
Still. I took to reading very well, but speaking took me time. I still flub my words. No, I still fluff my words.
Speaking of fluff, you look down as a little red puffball of feathers lands, grabs one of the diced pieces of like fruit you were doing, and then zips away.
Oh, I saved some blood from the catfish for you.
You hear it's less she doesn't talk, but you get that like psychic leak of just like ooh. Yeah,
She said,
she was hiding
couple
up in
blood
the
down.
tree. She was hiding up in the tree during the. She took sips while you're gutting it, carving it up. But she was up in the tree while it went down. She's like, "Nope, I'm staying away from fish."
She sits
sorry,
down
continue.
a cup of blood for Ventra.
Mm-hmm. But continue. Sorry,
Yeah,
you fluff your words.
yeah, I still fluff my words sometimes.
You see,
You don't get-
let me offer you a piece of advice. You're cutting up a potato there, right? I think that's what that is.
Some kind of tuber.
Much. They look at it. They have no woodsman experience. Just if you say so.
All right, just yeah. When my mom was first teaching me how to cut up stuff, it was very ambiguous. Like, what the hell's a chunk? How big is a chunk?
Sorry.
So something, a piece of advice I would use is like, and he holds up at his hand and then his ginormous hand, like kind of cubit, like the size of your. Well, I was gonna say my fingernail, but probably for you a whole finger segment.
Ray looks down at her hands. I don't have fingernails.
Oh,
Either
you
way,
know that
like,
thing.
yeah, but that's like a good like rule of thumb or whatever. Like, look at your finger segments. The bendy parts.
Right. They will attempt to do this.
Rayan will lay her hand and
That's
next
guidance.
to the potato and like bend it a little so Whitehearts can see the size of the bendy part.
Just for fun, I'm going to roll a die just to see how well or poorly we do. Just a normal d20. Yeet. 10.
Alright.
So just
Perfectly
Okay.
average.
yeah. It's still fucked up because like it is acceptable fucked up.
Yeah, you're getting better at consistency.
Yeah. After they stop trying to mulch the vegetable.
Well, the three of you are cooking. Ryoko and Kuroda, you two up to anything, or are you just chilling?
I do have one last thing to say before we
Oh, yeah.
fully transition.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, so I just use the finger segment to like represent a chunk now. Something I'll never understand is whenever someone says a pinch of something. Because in case you haven't noticed, I have very big hands.
But yeah, like one of my hands is made of crab.
Yeah,
How
like
does that work?
you wouldn't be able to pinch that much. Pinch is, I don't like it. Oh, a dash of something. What is a dash?
Karkanos and Tideboard nodding in agreement. It's like, so difficult.
Sorry, I just need to interject that very personal grievance of mine.
Oh,
Good.
No, that's
trust me,
wrong.
I feel
Right.
that. God, like, I remember helping my mom one time. We were trying to save and update some of our great grandma's cooking recipes, and it's like, Busha, what do you mean by a dash? What's a pinch? How much is a dollop?
This is why we can't listen to our ancestors cooking.
What the fuck is a glug?
You can't just make up words and not explain them.
See, a glug is when you're pouring the milk and then you hear it go glug. A single glug.
Usually it's in reference to olive oil. But yeah.
Anything else the three of you wanted to chat? Rizilda comes back occasionally and brings you more stuff to dice and slice and.
That is my personal interjection. I have nothing else.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and she goes through, and since there's a large amount of people, you get the feeling that a lot of times for feeding so many people with what you got, it's a lot of stews and shatters and stuff. So yeah, she goes and shows you how to make a very nice fish stew.
Oh,
And so, Corona and Ryan, anything you two were doing, or are you just chilling?
Ryoko.
Yeah.
Just
Ryan.
chilling, being very
Oh, yeah,
glad
you're
that
also
today
Corona.
I didn't get bored.
You petting that dog?
I am petting Tartarus.
Yeah, he's chilling. Is that Corona?
I'll just be sitting on the other side of Ryoko and Tartarus, just kind of relaxing, I guess.
He does do that like dog side eye thing occasionally, where it's just like that dog is like, "I don't trust you," but the owner seems to think you're chills. So, all right, I'm keeping an eye on you, kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
She does not care.
Tartarus is he's a well trained hound.
All I can imagine now is like a service hellhound.
Oh, Chrono, I'd say you're probably perceptive enough. He does at one point seem to turn and give a sniff towards the bracers you're wearing. Because if you remember, the bracers of quick armor were found in the Hell Knight's sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm. She'll see him do that, and she'll just allow him to sniff.
And when he sees that, you notice and like hold the off, kind of offer it to him in a subtle way. He just kind of, it's in that dog way. It was like, oh shit, I was noticed. Better not act like I was caught, even though he wasn't doing anything wrong.
The obvious glance away that they do.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah. And Ryoko, you hear in your head, it goes, I will admit you are a nicer master than the last one.
Aw.
Oh, thanks. You're the
Glad I
best
helped
dog
with
I've
it.
had for more than 2 days.
Sneef.
God help Orzoi.
Snort. Fucking.
God. His fucking face.
Yeah, they're like, come back in a couple of generations and Borzois are going to have tapier noses.
Oh,
Hell, Borzois were selectively bred in order to get the bottom crinkles out of the can.
Maximize the sneef snarf. Oh my
Take a
god.
look at that snout. Oh jeez, that poor dog looks so. So, yeah, it's Kuroda and Ryoko, if anything you wanted to chat about, or we can just move along towards the next day.
Kurono is going to. She's gonna take a flask out of her pockets and just kind of offer it to Ryoko.
Oh yeah, let's get drunk!
So we have established that we are drinking buddies and we can't help ourselves around alcohol.
The wine-ons. The
It's
wine-ons to the party.
I don't want to get blasted, but I do want to take a couple sips with you. One second. Sorry, I keep having to blow my nose and muting my mic to do it because it's gross.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, so evening comes, you all have a very cozy, meal. It's rainy. It's a nice cozy stew. The rains continue throughout the day and into the night, it seems. But Gumgaler's happy to stay and visit for the night. He says it's, doesn't like to walk home in the rain at night, so he's gonna find. He actually goes to the cave that Ventralk was in, and
Oh.
falls asleep in there. Eventually, but it's been cleaned up. They don't leave just like the chalk outline of a crab on the floor.
Oh my god!
The equivalent.
Permanent murder scene.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I need to pursue this dark image further.
No.
Are crabs like spiders? They go belly up.
Oh
Can't
my
remember.
god!
Would it just be like the outline of the shell?
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Kirkino said it's different.
I know they're humanoid. Look,
but,
I would laugh if you mocked a dead NPC of mine.
That's fine. Yeah, so you all go to bed, I take it, eventually. Nothing else really to do tonight. There's talk of like what plans will be done the next day. Joanna, you hear from someone on the lumber crew that Vothel was pretty cagey. No, not cagey. The lumber stuff wasn't really. It was more carpentry stuff. So she was a little worried that you were there to like be her bodyguard, but there were no problems. Thankfully, people seem to realize that now that she's been there for a few days, they realize, oh, we were not going to be nearly ready enough without her help. Because she actually knows like carpentry and stuff.
Where is she?
She would, when she's not working, she's usually back into her, where she's been kept captive.
Okay.
The kind of impromptu cell.
Ryan will put together a plate of food and head over there.
Yeah, so this would be earlier because they did bring her food, so you probably would have volunteered to be the one to bring her food.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she's, there's someone there already with the bowls, the chowder themselves, and they, nod as they see you approach and move aside, and she's still under guard. There's points where you're not sure if it's to protect, to keep her in place or to protect her from others, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
She's not allowed to go. She hasn't been allowed to go back to her hut, really, but the place inside, it's a little bit nicer. She actually has her bedrolls there.
Okay.
But
hi.
not who I was expecting to be delivering food tonight, but I'm smelling it. Smells good.
She'll walk over and give her the plate.
Yeah, there's like a small little crate that, empty crate that's turned on its side that she's been using as like a table.
Yeah, Ryan will set it down. So, I know this is gonna be a dumb question, but how are you?
She was like already taking a spoonful, and then like when you ask that, she like kind of squints at you, then like looks to you. She's like, "I'm living in a cell, working each day. Better than being dead or whatever."
Thank you for helping us.
Thank your big friend.
He's pretty great, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Man.
Ryan will sit down.
She kind of
Not, like,
gives you a
directly.
look at that, not expecting you to have like company for dinner, but she doesn't say anything right away.
I don't need to tell you how I feel about what you've done, because That's. She like waves her hand. We all know, but it's still.
He's just eating silently.
Yeah, I think it says a lot that you still decided to help. And yeah, I know we're going to take you off the island with us.
She looked like she was about to bring that up, but then she nods
Yeah.
in like satisfaction that
And we will. But
it's assuming the captain doesn't kill us all. But go on.
yeah. What are you going to do after that?
I mean, if you don't turn me in for the bounty on former Federation pirates, probably just disappear. Find somewhere I can lay low and hold on.
Whoa! Sorry, that was my stomach.
Almost mine. I'm getting hungry.
The
Talking
motorcycle
about
ass.
yeah. But she
What
goes,
would you
"Probably
like?
just-"
What would you like to do? Do you like carpenting?
I mean, I was gonna say probably find some job, either shipwright or working, help build ships or making houses. I don't know. Carpentry's useful.
It
He
is.
shrugs.
I haven't been in your exact position, but I have reached a point in my life where I realized I needed a change. And I feel
Mhm.
like you've made that choice too. Maybe not for the exact same reasons, but you have.
She points her spoon at you. She's like, I will say this. If I had learned how to be a carpenter before I learned to be a pirate, I would not be here. Just for another slurp
Aw.
of the stew. I picked up carpentry working underneath the former carpenter of the ship, where he got a crossbow bolt to the neck.
I see.
He was a bitter, hateful old man, but he knew how to keep a ship together. Honestly, if he didn't take the bolt to the neck, I probably would have slit it, given enough time. Or
But it sounds like being a pirate is not something you enjoyed.
enjoyment. It was fun. I'll be honest. You already picked at me enough.
Rand gives
There
a
were times when it was
satisfied.
fun.
Rand gives a satisfied nod.
It was fun knowing I was powerful. That I was with people that we were powerful together.
Yeah,
That we
Rand
could
gives
do
a
what we
satisfied.
want.
Yeah. It's nice to be stronger, isn't it?
But then you get sent here on an assignment, and suddenly you're just another sheep. Well, if you want to say sheep, you would say just another dodo in the herd, the flock.
What's a dodo?
Oh, they have dodos here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dodos are a domesticated animal. For
Good.
yeah, I posted somewhere in the Arch Trove way back, like someone's art for like different domesticated dodos, like they were domesticated chickens.
Aw.
But
Rand just mutters, I like dodos.
yes, they're adorable, tasty too. But what do you want from me?
I feel like I should extend a hand to you.
Her crab claw twitches. So,
I-
yes,
like
I
I
could
said,
be trusted with her delicate meat
I've-
softs.
I've been in your spot. I've done terrible things that, well, it's complicated. But
You've
I'm
got regret.
Yes, I have regret. It's not soul crushing anymore.
And she points the spoon again at you, and she goes, "You want to know one of the few things I regret coming here?" Yeah. She gestures to the tent turned cell as the rain's hitting the sides. It
To
was
be honest, I won't tell anyone
here
if you don't want to go further.
and growing attached to these people, knowing what I
Aw.
knew. Even sharing my bed with a man that eventually walked off in a dream.
Oh, Ryan frowns.
That's why they call me a traitor.
Ryan does
This is a
put out a
betrayal.
hand.
She doesn't take it, but she kind of looks at it and she goes, "I appreciate it, but I don't think we're going to be friends."
Why?
Well, let me ask you that in return with, why do you think we will?
Because we both got a lot on our plates. And we both got a lot of important decisions to make. It's a lot to weigh on you. I think I understand that more than most do. I relate to you.
Hmm.
I stopped being what I was. Because I got attached to something.
Now they get you. Get attached, and then the regret comes. Kind
Yeah.
of chuckles darkly. She doesn't seem
Yeah.
to be like really enjoying this line of the conversation, but she's not like getting aggressive about it. She just seems morose now.
Yeah. We are going to be taking you on our boat. And you're going to be safe. And your freedom is yours. We wouldn't turn you in for a bounty. Well, Ryoko might, but we wouldn't let her.
He does kind of chuckle at that.
But I said Ryoko would. I literally said Ryoko would.
Yeah, she'll be safe on that boat, says in the group where being safe on a boat was not an option.
You'll have no
Yeah,
extra.
being unsafe on a boat was the instigating event.
But obviously, I can't make the sole decision. But if you choose to, I would be on your side. But if you decide that you want to keep doing what you enjoy and doing so on a ship, I would be happy to have you on the boat with us.
That
And we
gets a
can-
laugh. She doesn't catch up, but there's like a laugh.
Yeah. and we can continue to learn together. The laugh does seem to like deflate her a little.
You're trying to recruit me without the. All right.
Hey, this isn't me trying to get someone to do for a free job. And if you don't want it,
If I did work for you, it would be work, and you would have to pay me.
yeah.
Anyone, I don't work for free.
I'm just saying, if that's something that you want to do still, I get you.
No. She kind of. She tries to. She's thinking for a second. She goes. You are one strange fish. You know that?
Yeah, I get that a lot.
I was sure you did. You know what? Right now, what I want is maybe seconds and a good night's sleep. I'll think about it.
Okay. Do you want some alcohol?
She kind of perks up at that. She's like, I mean, they haven't let me have any since I got caught, so I'm not gonna say no.
I will go get you some.
Yeah, it's like it's like she does it. It's like her eyes just kind of like flit from like where she's like scraping up the last of the bowl, and then she's just like, "You said booze."
I'll get you some.
Yeah.
And Rain will get her seconds and some alcohol.
Okay.
She will like go and find Ryoko and Kurana and be like, hey, how much alcohol is like okay to give somebody?
Oh, you should give them as much as they want.
Looks to
Your
Kurana.
alcohol is becoming partially liquid.
What
Looks to Kurana.
is this a human person or
Yes.
she's gonna hold out like her flask and find a cup and pour a shot.
Yeah, there's like, there's dented metal, tin cups and stuff, or like wooden cups that have been carved.
Yeah, and she'll pour a double shot in it. About that.
Okay.
Oh,
Are
you
two
bring-
okay over here?
Yeah, we're great.
All right. Rain will head off.
So you bring it back. The guard kind of squints at you, and he sees the cup but doesn't say anything.
And he doesn't know it's alcohol unless he looks at it, like,
Or
and sees.
smells it, but yeah, it's
Or
not
smells
enough
it.
to be like really. Okay, yeah, he'd just be like, it's more like a squint. It's just like, oh, really? She's getting seconds. Whatever, fine.
He has been
He's more
helping
like,
us. He has been helping with the carpentry.
yeah, no, he doesn't say anything. He's just like, it's just this look of just like, whatever.
Okay. She'll go back in.
And
Hey.
yeah, by the time you're back, the food that you had delivered the first time is pretty much gone. Hard day's work. She was hungry.
Yeah. It's me again.
All right. So you bring her the food. She's very satisfied with the seconds, and when she looks at the cup, she goes, "Is that?"
What? Oh yeah,
Is
top
that
off.
the-
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And she takes it, kind of sniffs it, goes, and takes a sip. She doesn't like toss the full thing back. She's gonna just sip it while she has the rest of her food. But she goes, I think I get it.
Get
She
what?
looks to you with the cup in her hand, points to you. You see yourself in me, so you want me to succeed, so you feel good about us.
Not
and
exactly.
yourself.
Like, I do see me in you. And that does make me sympathize with you. I understand you, I think, in a way that most don't. But
You know the funny thing about that?
Hmm?
This village is full of hypocrites. So many of these ran in the same profession I did. Smugglers, pirates. I was the one who was working for the people who stranded them here, so he shrugs. Guess I can't blame them. Takes another sip. Then nods to you. Well, thank you.
1 second.
Oh no.
You keep those organs inside of you, lady. This I command.
Hey.
Put those organs back where they came from, or so help me.
Hey,
Oh god.
organs are
That
optional.
one Invader Zim episode, the Dark Harvest. Zim, oh god, Nickelodeon censors. Zim can never say die or punch dib. Dark Harvest is okay.
What was she saying?
She just was basically like thanking you. She's like, well, either way, thanks. I can't remember exactly what she said, but she's just like,
I do see myself in you, and that does make me sympathize with you. But
oh yeah,
I
she
don't-
called the village hypocrites because a
Yeah.
lot of them were
Yeah.
pirates and smugglers.
though, to be fair, they were also, some of them were pirates, but they also,
They were not working for the thing giving them nightmares.
yeah.
No, I understand it. That's why. Takes a longer sip of the alcohol, and sets it aside. No, she's not. She's trying not to be rude, but she is looking a little bit annoyed now.
Oh,
Not like annoyed, but more like just want to be. It's that I want to be left alone kind of look, but she's not like telling you to get out yet.
okay.
But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Thank you again for choosing to help, regardless of whether you were getting something out of it.
And she kind of nods silently as she goes back to eating.
Great.
It's not like she's ignoring you, but it's just like she doesn't really have much to say after that.
Yeah. Brine will stand up, dust herself off.
And when you go to leave, sorry.
No, good.
When you go to leave, she does kind of speak up. She goes, I think probably the thing I hate regretting the most is that I regret coming to like this village, the people in it.
Mm.
And she just silently goes back to the rest of her meal.
You know what I regret?
All the people I killed.
You joke, but all the people I've killed.
She kind of she was ready to just be completely silent what she said, but she looks to you and she goes, knowing who you've killed, there are some people you shouldn't have regretted killing. People like me, people like you. You'd probably deserve to be killed, but there are some people who truly deserve it.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I think there are people who deserve to not be here anymore. But if those were the people I'd killed, then I wouldn't feel as guilty as I do. She looks. You remember the thing that you worked for, the reef in the reef?
Hmm.
Let's just
Kinda-
say it knew my name.
Kind of gives you this look of it knew all our names.
No. It knew my true name.
And then you leave.
Yeah.
She's, yeah. Maybe if you open the eye on the back of your head, she looks a little confused. But I mean, I'm not saying Rayan does, but I'm saying she
No, you know how,
beyond quiet hurts. She's probably the most likely to have that.
yeah, you know how Ghost Freak has like the eye that moves around on the body.
Oh God.
I just imagine it's that, but it's a mouth that moves, and then the mouth opens for an
jeez.
eye.
I just imagine she's just going like, yeah, it knew everybody's true name. This was kind of its entire deal.
Yeah. The God. I love that design of Ghost Freak, the eye following the lines like a track.
Yeah, I love that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she just she doesn't know. She just thinks you're a normal Tideborn, so she's just like, Tideborn's so dramatic.
Some edgy kid.
I mean,
What the
she
fuck?
did have some time to sit there with me. She might have noticed eventually that there were features that weren't.
There's some
necessary.
weird ass Tideborn out there. I'm just gonna say.
True.
Like I fully admit, Tideborn were fully inspired by Davy Jones's crew and the Simic hybrids.
Ooh, hell yeah.
I mean, Tideborn do use Simic hybrid stat block, so well, you use the water genocide, but anyways, so yeah, unless there was anything you all wanted to do before turning in for the night. I know it's. I try to do we can probably fill in just like a little bit more of just like maybe do one day of just full on work if you guys want to do that real quick or
Good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
okay. So you all turn in for the night. Amon's there. He's just. We'll say he just gets slotted back in retroactively into whatever scenes are there.
Edited in post.
Yeah, it's just
Obvious green screen raptor.
Yeah, it's it's literally the like filming. The actor wasn't there for the day, so they just added him in post.
Yeah.
Gave his lines to other members. But so turn in for the night. The rain's starting to taper off throughout the night, but yeah, you know what? I will. You have the Dream Harvester up. See what you might get.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. If I roll a mon, I'll just re-roll it.
Pizlop. I want to see his dreams.
Okay.
What's that little demon think of?
He's not
Cookies,
here.
probably.
He's not here, so far as you know.
Ryoko.
Listen.
Actually, no. So morning comes. The rain has stopped. Wait, actually, someone roll a d8 just for the weather.
Sure, I'll roll a d8. Yeet. But
Okay. Yeah. By the morning, the rain has stopped. It's a nice soggy day in the morning. There's fairly thick mist, but it probably burn off during the day. But when you wake up, you see the dream harvester is spitting it in its, in its fashion when it's captured a dream. But this time it's a faint red one, similar to the previous night where it seems to have been a bad dream captured.
Brian will excitedly go over and activate it.
And Ryoko,
Mhm.
what was your bad dream?
Killing all my friends, of course.
What?
Well, if I had a horrible nightmare, it would be murdering all of you.
Oh, fuck.
It's a nightmare. There's no logic to it. It
Yeah.
just says something about her subconscious where she finally cares about us enough to. She's
Just
afraid of losing
like
us.
all of them have led me into a trap, and I've realized it suddenly, and I have to kill them while they plead with me to stop because of our friendship, while also secretly trying to stab me in the back.
And it's something you probably weren't consciously grasped when you had the dream or the nightmare. But in the vision, because it is playing out like a first person view, on the hand that you're holding your knife, and it's particularly obvious when in this dream you have to stab Rayan through the side of the neck, piercing the jugular. There is a black snake coiled around your forearm
Oh.
as you stab Rayan with the Argent Venom blade. Yeah, the dice were not kind for that. He was like, "Oh, nightmare time." Sometimes you have bad dreams. Sometimes you have nightmares.
Oh god, you got sent to Hatchetfield. It's nightmare time.
Nightmare time.
Nightmare time.
Nightmare time again.
And the dream fades, and once again, it's like, when you see the dreams, there's like tiny little motes of light. There's not like one consistent one that you've seen. They kind of like fade in and out, or like there's like never more than like a small handful. But then you see when that dream fades, there's like a little after mote, and once again, it's that weird trilling night insects sound. But last night you didn't hear really insects. It was still the steady rain. But this time it's louder. There's just this trilling of night insects. And it fades after a few seconds.
How do you react to us all seeing that, Ryoko?
She looks at you all. Then she just leaves. She just walks out.
I don't see why she's so mum about it. Nightmares and dreams rarely ever make sense.
Rayan rushes after her.
I have no desire to be held responsible for my subconscious. My conscious makes enough problems.
Ryoko!
Some of the people who are getting up in the morning just kind of glance over at you. Some of them not, going like, yeah, like you see this crusty old pirate, like retired pirate, he just kind of gives us nod, like, I feel that, before he goes back to whatever he was doing.
Ryoko, wait. Ryoko.
What?
It's okay. It's
Cracks her
okay.
head. Is it though?
Yeah.
All right, good. Then there's nothing to unpack.
No, that's not what I said. You don't need to feel. You don't. No one is upset at you because of your nightmare. But.
Yeah,
You know
you guys
that
shouldn't
was
be
your
because it's
nightmare?
just a fucking dream.
No. But do you know why that was your nightmare?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to say what it is?
I mean, I feel the details are pretty easy to put together. I've been surrounded by people who would kill me for a quick buck my entire life. And you all act nice and expect that to change. But
That's not how it works.
I'm not wired to think that way. I have not been raised to think that way about people. That people aren't like that. So yeah, my subconscious thinks that maybe you're all just waiting for the right moment to stick the knife in my back. Whoopity doo.
Yoko?
Yeah.
Trust you?
If you were smart, you wouldn't.
Yeah, well, I'm not. We've established that.
Yeah, unfortunately. Sorry, I should
So
build your
what?
self-esteem. You're not smart.
No, I'm pretty dumb. I'm new to everything.
The word we would use is ignorant or naive.
Or dumb. If you weren't trying to force yourself to be nice to me.
Oi!
Mean. Ah!
You doing a self-deprecation contest again?
No!
No,
You better not be.
we're
No, we're not.
not.
I'm trying to talk to her about stuff. No, it's fine. Go. She makes a shooing motion.
You can interrupt us if you want.
No,
Please
I'm
interrupt
fine
her.
with it.
I'm not.
Hey, is there some sort of task that involves a long trip for us to do today?
Oh,
Yeah, then I'll just talk to you on the way
Definitely
there.
one where we have to be quiet along the way,
I'm bad. You
like
know
a
I'm bad at
stealth
being quiet.
mission.
I mean, there's the bear.
What are we gonna do with the bear?
Take its collar off.
Why?
So it doesn't choke to death.
Is
As
he
you've
gonna
been
choke on the
shouting,
collar?
a large figure looms out of the mist. As you see Marlene the Furbolg kind of scratching her ears, just like, "What's this about a bear you're yelling about? Is it? Did you see it by the village?" She seems like she
He'll
just woke up.
he'll
No.
come over and explain. It's like,
Oh, when we first landed, we had a close encounter with a beast from the Empress's menagerie, big polar bear.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
Yeah, I've been meaning to take that collar off. It's way too tight on that thing.
Of course, the druid refers to the giant polar bear as, "Yeah, that guy."
Hmm. Oh wait, yeah, so you're a druid, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you like
Actually,
good at talking with animals?
I've tried, but they get really kind of defensive, and you know, it seems
No,
they
no, no.
don't like when people talk to them. Gives a shrug.
Bears are pretty solitary, especially polar bears. That doesn't surprise me much, but
Wait, you can talk to
wouldn't
animals?
surprise me too if reason it doesn't really like talking back is because that collar's so tight.
True. I mean,
You can talk to animals.
oh yeah, it's a spell I can do.
It is.
Yeah,
Do you have a scroll?
not on hand, but I mean, I can. If you guys are going after the bear, I go with you. And hold on, let me see. Speak with the animal. I don't know if that's like multiple people. Oh, it's ritual, so And it's not a concentration. Oh no, it's only a duration of 10 minutes. That's right.
Her eye, shines at the idea of I could talk to the animal.
I mean,
And totally totally in character. It's like, hey, don't you have a warlock invocation that allows you to speak with beasts at will?
I haven't gotten it.
Well, this will encourage you to do so.
But I'm also I also have the magic book. It's the whole point of this thing is to get ritual spells.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the bear is going to listen to you flip through the book.
Well, yeah, that. Marlene goes. Oh, it's an action. It's only a level 1. She could cast it on more than just herself. If she goes with you. So she goes. I mean, if you want to come with, and if I go with you all, and you provide backup in case it gets a little rowdy.
Yeah, of course.
I can maybe have one of you, cast it on myself and someone else. Wait, no, furbolgs. They can just talk to animals, I think.
No, I think
Or
they
small
don't
animals?
necessarily. They can speak to an animal, but there's no guarantee that they can they'll understand them.
Oh, right. They can understand the meaning of your words, though you have no special ability to understand them in return.
Yeah.
But that does, furbolgs do get advantage on charisma checks with animals.
Yeah. I was
So
kind of figuring sometime we would just, I mean, it's not going to help the village at all. I just feel bad for the poor thing.
Oh, no. I wouldn't be coming into the village. But yeah, that collar has been there for however long. Wait. And she kind of looks up. She goes, that was the. Oh, that's right. This thing is one of the special kind of bears. It's over 200 years old.
Yeah. It's an old
Baby!
Mm.
Oh, right. Perspective.
But she goes, yeah, I could speak, if could guess on, one or two of you to, help and talk with it. And Ryoko, I assume by this point, with this distraction, you've slipped off.
Absolutely.
Fuck no.
Roll a stealth check
God
to go
damn it.
against.
I'm a fucking ninja. I'm a fucking ninja.
I mean, it doesn't. Oh.
12. What's your passive, Ryan?
I'll be back to this conversation. Hold on. And Ryan rushes off to follow Ryoko.
Yeah, you didn't see her slip off, but eventually you're like, wait, where's Ryoko? And then you look around. She's like, wait,
Ryan was paying attention because she was expecting.
Oh,
Ryoko
okay.
Oh, so you're not paying attention to our conversation? I see how it is.
No, that's not how it is. You did none of that. Yeah. Well, that's.
I leap up a tree.
I need to. You do what I need to continue what I was doing. She's gonna hurry after Ryoko.
I begin parkouring from tree to tree.
If you put on your spider climb boots, you could just hop away.
You leave alone that you frighten the animal. It's running away from you.
Ryoko, don't you?
I refuse to deal with this.
Trust me.
Ryoko, there's a red little hummingbird following you.
Yeah.
Man, I can't eat it. That'll piss her off.
Come on, Ryoko, I need to talk to you.
I just climb as high up a tree as I can go.
Yeah, you go up one of the trees where it's there's a tree house built into it for the harpy and Aarakocra of the village. And you just climb up and sit on a branch, and one of them looks out the window. It would actually be Neri. Wait, no, she'd be staying with the captain. No, you see an Aarakocra, a albatrosian look out the window, just blink and give a wave.
I wave back.
Ryan's down at the bottom, hands on her hips.
She'll get bored eventually.
Yoko, if you don't come out down here, you're going to make me sad.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing?
He's just shaking his head.
Cryharts is going to go and collect the ram.
Oh, if she's being dragged.
Not drag. They just walk over there and like very lightly offer a hand.
No, you should abduct them.
No, that's not how they do things. It's like they offer a hand to Ram.
Ram takes her hand.
Okay, and now Cryharts will begin walking them away.
Ram's just frowning.
You're still walking along, but still going, no.
Yeah. No.
There are things you cannot press and people you cannot rush.
I'm not trying to rush her. I'm just trying to talk to her.
If she is feeling so uncomfortable as to run away, you are rushing her.
He's
Oh,
holding
God.
a weapon that she can stab me with super easy.
I didn't. So, didn't realize this was so relevant.
Coping with that well.
And I've had those dreams where it's like, I haven't thought about it in years. Why am I still? Why is that still there?
Just again, they're gonna keep saying, "Man, remember how we ask if it is okay to touch each other? We must also do that emotionally."
You're right.
Without you,
Did
I
you
wouldn't
give
know that
Fireheart a little
much.
smile? You're learning.
Huh?
You're learning.
Without you, I wouldn't know that much.
Oh,
So, to hold up a hand. May I?
Yes,
Put a hand on their cheek again. I'm proud of you.
I am proud of you.
Ryoko. You hear next to you from a bird that like landed a few feet away on the branch. Adorable, ain't they? And then the bird explodes into a little explosion of feathers as Hislop's sitting there.
Hislop, you came at an auspicious time. I have a lot of pent up aggression I need to let out.
He goes invisible. Okay, noted. You just hear his disembodied voice, and you hear like the scratching of claws and bark.
Honestly, he has better self-preservation skills than most people I know.
He didn't even hesitate.
I think there was one point where I actually tried to eat him or bite his head off when he was in bat
Yeah, you
form.
bit him. I think. Yeah, no. Yeah, you bit him as a bat.
Yeah, I was gonna full on Ozzy Osbourne that little fucker.
Well, if you didn't make the joke, I would.
Yeah. Well, you've also have had like a back and forth banter with him where he knows that it's just like, okay, you're the one most likely to send me back to the abyss. And he's like, his summoner is back in hell, so he doesn't, or he thinks she's still back in hell, but he's just like, you know what? I'm not risking it. I don't have anyone to summon me back here. This is a good deal I got here.
Yep.
Yeah, no, you seem like the right person to bring her along for the little bear trip.
Are you talking to Marlene?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's always something I meant to get around to, but you ask around the village, hey, anyone want to go help me try to wrangle the giant polar bear, and people don't really say think that's a good idea. But I mean, look at you all.
Ray's head like pops up from wherever her inquirers are. What's that about wrangling a bear?
I
we're
was just
just
talking
talking
with our friend here.
Yeah, and I was saying that nobody wants to wrangle a bear, but you all took out the Anzu. And something I should have mentioned before that never got really mentioned. When you first arrived at the village, there were a lot of spikes and poles just jutting out of roofs and stuff.
Yeah, I remember.
But now that the Anzu's been gone, over time they've been removed. And like some of them are starting to be made into like the palisade or make spike defenses around where the palisade's going to go. But yeah, that was something I realized just in between sessions. Sorry, continue. And she's just like, you took care of the Anzu. A polar bear should be okay, right?
Yeah, it's not like we're
Yeah,
trying to
that's
kill
what
the
we're trying
thing. We
at
just
this
need to
point.
wrangle it. Compared to some of that stuff we've been doing, that should be, easy peasy.
Corona's gonna sigh and like reach over and knock on one of the wooden house frames.
Why'd you do that?
Superstition.
So, yeah, whoever wants, says he feels that he might just get underfoot, maybe quite literally, if with the polar bear thing. So he's going to stay and continue. Amon, Gray told me that we got to that. Amon's going to stay and start making some arrows with the new shark teeth.
Sure.
Yeah, I know it's early in the morning, but if we get back out there, we might find the bear, and sooner we get back.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I do have that bead. It'd be easy to check around the area.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And
Also,
bears are kind of naturally shy, but if we're traveling around in mist, it's not gonna hear us coming and go the other way.
and one of you does have a spell that you've used previously with the bear that you could probably flock of familiars.
Yeah. I was about to say.
You distracted it with that. Oh wait, locate animal is probably something a druid would have. Or locate animals or plants. Yeah, it's second level. It's divination. Yeah, within 5 miles, she can lead you right to it.
Excellent.
I could also do like I did last time and summon some familiars that could keep it distracted.
Oh, that might be helpful. And that's how you distracted the first time. You distracted with all these birds, and you're just like, what the fuck? What are these weird birds? They look like food. They were like primal tide amalgamations of seagull and sea life.
Yeah.
But,
horrendous creatures.
But yeah, locate animals and plants. It's a second level ritual.
Oh yeah.
Of course, the component fur from a bloodhound.
Hey, Tarbarus, do you shed?
Well, Tarbarus would have been sent back by this point.
Yeah, there would be an appropriate thing else,
Just summon Tarbarus one day and ask him that question out of the blue.
Well, she has a spell focus, so she'd be able to forego the thing. She has a staff. But because I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's like material components that don't have a monetary thing. You can substitute it with your spell focus, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, she is. Want to squeeze in a quick little bear hunt before we end the night?
I would like to.
Absolutely. A
Okay.
quick little bear hunt and no discussion of anything else.
So. Okay. Hold on, let me find his stat block.
As we're going, behind Ryoko, a shadow starts to loom. Hey,
How
Ryoko, I'm sorry
dang
for
it!
pushing you
His
earlier.
stat block was one of the victims of the broken tokens.
Oh. Hey,
Yeah, it's
Ryoko,
fine. I can just
I'm
find it.
sorry for trying to push you to talk about stuff earlier when you didn't want to.
Sorry, what?
Sorry for trying to push you to talk about stuff earlier when you didn't want to.
Thank you. Never do it again.
I'm trying.
Good.
Oh, BRB. Just a second.
But you just, you know, I trust you. Okay.
Well,
Don't
okay.
tell me how much of a mistake that is.
It's not like you'd listen if I did.
It's not your choice to make.
Yep.
Now, what you do with that, it's up to you.
She is quiet.
Hmm. Oh, also confession.
Hmm?
Your new blade freaks me out
Why?
because it's designed to stab things like me.
I hate to tell you this,
Don't,
Ryan.
don't,
Oh, I'm back. Sorry, what I missed.
don't. Don't you do it, you want it. I know all blades are designed to stab things.
What I miss?
Rayan was being honest about to Ryoko about her new dagger scaring her.
How'd Ryoko take that?
He hasn't responded yet.
Okay.
Well, good. You should be afraid of it. It's a very deadly weapon.
Okay.
And I don't want to unpack what happened in a dream because dreams, when they're not preceded by taking magic drugs, are normally just pointless bullshit that your brain vomits out at you and don't really hold much meaning. But
Ryoko,
for the
you don't.
sake of putting you at ease,
I am at ease. You don't need
I
to.
was already broken when you all met me. And
Oh,
there's no fixing that kind of breakage. But I have become more functional since knowing all of you, and that counts for something. So I'm sorry I can't be perfect and happy the way you all want me to be, but I am
Ryoko,
better. All right?
Ryoko,
I'm better.
you're our friend. We neither want nor expect you to be perfect.
Okay.
We don't expect you to suddenly be fixed. And she does very loud air quotes.
You didn't know what tobacco was, but you know about air quotes. Huh.
It's Easy to
Sorry.
say that. But whenever I have some sort of neuroses, you're very quick to try and get it out of me.
I'm quick to try and offer my help. I push too much sometimes, and I'm learning, trying to, be better about that. But I'm not trying to fix you. I'm trying to offer my help to you.
I know, and it's appreciated. Let's go.
Marlene has
Are we
sat
killing
down
the
and
bear?
No, we want to get the collar off.
We're getting the collar off the bear.
Yes.
Alright.
Perhaps speaking to it, see if it would like to eat some
Yeah,
pirates.
because once we do that as a favor to it, yeah, it might be, it might listen to us. Or at least hear us out.
oh jeez. Marlene, you lazy stoner, you could have been doing all the herbalism. Like looking at animals or plants. Ritual. Describe or name a specific kind of beast, plant, creature, or non-magical plant. You learn the direction and distance of the closest kind within 5 miles. 5 miles. She could have just it's like here, take the
Well, if
grocery
you keep
list.
relying on magic, your skills atrophy.
Yeah,
Looks at Quiet Hearts.
Wow.
She's usually more invested in like she's the livestock manager.
Yeah, she's
Bold
been
of you
doing
to-
stuff. Her plate's been full.
Like, their skills are fine. It's they have no muscle.
No muscle.
Like
No moss.
biologically, it's so Marlene has sat down as you were talking. She didn't want to get involved, which was very obviously a intimate inter-party discussion that has had previous and parts of it that she was not party to. So she started casting the ritual, and eventually she stands. This like polished sea glass embedded at the end of her staff seems to glow as she opens her eyes, and it's the same glow in her eyes. And she goes, "Ah, this way." She points off in a random direction in the jungle,
Can you
and
forget me one?
Lead the way.
she starts marching. So you follow behind and goes, "Okay, we're getting closer. It should be just around this one hill, and it's a hilly part of the jungle, and it's not far from where you first encountered it. Not far from the shore,
Mm-hmm.
but she goes, should be over here, and as you move around,
Is
I'm
it
just-
like the Jurassic Park 3 thing where we just push aside some bushes and the predator is there?
yeah, you push aside some palm, some ferns, and it's in this clearing, and it's just looking at you.
So,
It critted on its perception, which it
Mhm.
has advantage on for smells, so it smelled this group of people just marching.
Rain's
All right.
going to get
everybody, we don't want to alarm the bear, make it feel like it needs to run, so just one or two of us is just gonna go up, okay?
Who wants to talk? Marlene asks.
I can
I
make
mean-
my familiars.
Shouldn't you be doing the talking with the magic?
Oh, I mean, if anyone else wants to talk with me, is what I mean.
I mean, I can. I need to go up and take the thing off. I'm the one. If it starts fussing about it, I'm the only one strong enough to take it off.
Okay. And
I'd help,
she.
but
Okay. And she
Okay.
goes and touches both of you on the shoulder and casts Speak with Animals. Both of you and herself, using up her first level slots.
Yeah, he's looking at this giant
well, most
polar
of them.
bear.
She's not that high of a druid level.
hello.
And the rest of you see the bear, like, because it's just sitting there, just watching you warily. It's not standing up, but it's a huge polar bear. Literally, that's what its stat block says: huge polar bear. And but when Ryan says hello, it head kind of rears back in like surprise as it seems to grasp what you said, and it goes, and you hear this too, this hello.
Oh,
Why can't I understand you?
Magic.
And Marley says, yeah, she goes magic at the same time, and she kind of laughs. Barbara goes, okay.
Look, I know you're a busy bear, and bears
I
aren't
was
known for.
napping.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was not
Napping's
busy.
very important business.
You get it.
Yes. And
Mhm.
bears aren't known for small talk either, so I'll cut to the chase here. You're a big dude or a big girl. You're a big bear. That little collar that's around your neck is way too tiny.
It
I want to take it
is.
off.
And they reach up and like kind of paw at it, but Quiet Hearts and Corona, your eyes would be keen enough to see it. Its paws can't really make contact. There's like this like little buffer where it
we
can't
want to.
seem
We
to.
want to. We want to take it off.
Yeah.
And it goes. And there's just this like rumble that the rest of you can hear, but it sounds more like it's growling. So the rest of you might get a little tense at first. But you know what? Either one of you rolls with advantage, or both of you, or separate. Now
Persuasion.
that you can actually speak with it.
Oh, I have a +7 to that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have Marlene's gonna roll for hers. Well, she's the
Oh, did you give me help, Ioane, or?
I will assist you.
and
I will
Hell
assist
yeah.
you by offering up as like,
I mean, look at me. I'm bigger than the rest of them. I know a thing or two about clothes not being big enough for you, so we're gonna take that off for you.
Oh yeah, and believe it or not, I had to cram myself down into this size.
There is like a loud sniff as it sniffs in your direction before it pushes itself up on its feet. And you just see this large bear start lumbering forward towards you. And yeah, this thing is probably
the size
bigger
of an
than the
elephant.
Soluro. Yeah, it's bigger than it is. And it's looking down at you, and it just says, remove it, and I won't eat one of you for intruding on my lair. Because you see in the back, there is like a little cave, but there is a cave. It looks little compared to it, but might be deeper than it looks. But yeah, but the looking object or creature, Marlene led you right to where it's been lairing.
Oh. Oh, gotcha. Sorry, we didn't realize we were coming right to your lair.
And
But that's
yeah, now that you've heard that, you look around. There is like bones scattered around, lost, kind of tangled in the undergrowth. Definitely you realize this is definitely the lair of a predator, a hyper predator. So, look, you look at the collar.
yeah, magic eyes.
There is abjuration on it. There is an enchantment to it. Probably why it was able to adjust in size as it grew, because if you realize that this would probably have strangled it long ago if this was mundane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just you see there's this abjuration. You won't be able to tell what it is unless you cast identify on it, but yeah, there is like a protective magic to it, which you did see it try to scratch at it, and it kind of didn't seem to be able to make contact with it.
We're able to try and touch it.
You're able to touch it. It tenses and kind of like recoils for a second, but when it's a its head is as big as your body, basically.
Ryan is very like slow and
Yeah, and it does. It's a large animal that's not used to people, so it's a little skittish.
yeah.
Mhm.
Technically, a huge animal, but you reach up and touch it, and there is that because you have the detect magic up, you can sort of feel that thrum of magic to it, and there's no damaging reprisal, but
Okay.
and you do see there is a latch with a lock on it.
Hmm.
Don't you got all the spells for that kind of thing?
I don't have a spell to unlock anything.
You do have a rogue.
Yeah. If you're okay, with letting us take some time to get this off, we have a friend who could probably get this unlocked, and I could probably take some time to understand what it is to take it off safer. Is that okay with you?
Maybe. And
Ryan will
do you
reach
point?
into
Do you point
her.
to the friend?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you point to Ryoko?
Yes.
And it looks
Actually,
over
wait.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
Oh.
No. No, I
to you. Got too late.
No.
It looks over to Ryoko, this red-skinned and horned tiefling, and you see the jowls pull back into a. Oh wait, no, that's not how bears work. They're it's not. He's not a dog. He does this I don't know. I don't know how polar bears a discomfort display. Um,
I think they just roar and charge.
yeah, there is that. There's
Bears,
a rumble.
yeah, and they do kind of chuff and growl and do a lot of
Yeah.
bluffing.
But there is an exhale, a stressed out exhalation as it looks to Ryoko.
I caught myself.
You remind
Ah,
me of the old mistress.
She is not.
She
the old
was
mistress.
red. Actually, I don't know if polar bears are colorblind, but whatever.
it's a
hey,
magic bear.
Ryoko looks at the others like, is it just me or is that bear shooting me the fucking evil eye? Should
You
can I
can't.
go?
Well,
And Marlene, listen. It's okay. She's a nice tiefling, yeah. And you hear that, she looks to you, Ryoko.
yeah, it's shooting you the evil eye because, used to be the pet of a tiefling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's okay.
There's a complicated lockout in a second, so we're trying to explain that you're good.
If you would rather me and you on a try, that's also fair. We're here to help you, not scare you.
He will whisper in bear.
It's in case you feel like.
You want? I just got eaten.
Sorry, what was that?
Oh, on the map. Then
He will whisper in bear. He's like, don't worry, if she does any funny business, I'll eat her.
Ryan, because she has her hands on the collar, will give gentle pets.
okay, now do an animal handling
What? No!
with advantage,
Oh no, but I'm not good at this. Oh.
buddy. Okay, 12. 12.
It's enough to get mauled by a bear.
Yeah. But no. It's just it doesn't to really react to the petting, but looking to Yoare and Marlene as they try to explain that, it's like, make sure she doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, of course.
And it'll lower its head back down a little bit, kind of like sitting there. You've seen bears do that where they just kind of loaf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I will never.
identify the
I
collar.
aspire to the levels of comfy a bear is
But
capable
when
of
it
reaching.
it starts to loaf, it like digs a furrow in the earth just from its mass.
Huh. If I may, your coat is very pretty.
Thank you.
I found the perfect picture for this bear's mood.
Okay, I'll identify the collar while Ryoko comes over and tries to unlock it.
Yeah. So, Ryoko, you hear them offering, and the bear seems to have calmed down, so you can't hear what it's saying. But Marlene just kind of turns around and flashes you a smile and a thumbs up. We're good.
Yay!
If you want to go up and attempt to,
Disarm the
a lock
bear.
picking, pick the lock,
Um,
and you're
she's
casting
gonna do that.
Identify.
Yes. Well, I'm
Okay.
ritual casting because
Yeah, it'll take. Okay, it'll take longer to ritually cast that. By that point,
I can't
Equal-
regularly cast it.
Okay. Oh, do you want to do that? All right. Okay, so Ryoko, you try it, and this is an older lock. It's magical, so there's not like corrosion, but it is a fairly pricey lock. It's not like super advanced, but it's you're gonna have to try again. Yeah, the bear seems to it's getting a little bit antsy, but in that attempt, you finish your ritual, and it is specifically enchanted where to grow with adjust with size of something. Or it's a collar not meant to be ever taken off. It grows with the wearer, and it is prevents when someone's shackled with it. There's a little repelling force field basically that prevents them from touching it.
Does it have
These were not just used on animals during the Ruby Empire's.
That's what I was expecting.
But with the natural 20, yeah, Ryoko, after your first attempt, you're like, oh, okay, this is what I need to do, and you slip through it because this is a lock that's over 200 years, so it's like, oh, this is probably like the progenitor of this, this modern lock, that kind of deal. So eventually, it pops off, and when it falls off, this like heavy, almost like a I don't know how wide the circumference of a bear, giant bear's neck is, but it's like a big heavy chain falling off. But when it hits the ground, it shrinks down to like the same size as like the dog collar that you found last night.
Hey, Tarpers, do you want a second collar?
Oh, jeez. But
Gee,
yeah,
Barbarous, why does your owner let you have 2 collars?
and you see the bear, there is that very visible bald hairless ring around the neck where the collar had been resting for basically probably its entire life. And once it's off, it like lifts up. Ryoko, you probably skitter back nervously.
Oh yeah, I get the fuck away.
Yeah, and it does this like chuffing noise as it reaches up and starts scratching its neck. Like it just is like, oh. You don't hear it because the duration of the spell ran out, and Marlene's like, oh wait, and she recasts it, using up the last of her spell slots. Or at least her first level slots.
I need me a spell like that.
So how's that feel, buddy?
Oh, that's a relief. Now wait, speak with animals is a self spell, but whatever. I'll say she can cast it on you. And the bear's just like, oh, that's such a relief. I didn't realize how itchy I was under there. I've forgotten.
Oh,
And, like they go up to go up to like the boulder and start rubbing their neck against it, like under their chin. It's just like you've seen bears like do that to like logs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like me to help you itch it?
And he kind of looks to you and goes, "Okay." Lowers his head a bit.
Yes, Rayan
And-
will go over. Yuana, you can see the temporary moment of on her face.
I believe you established earlier in the campaign. It's like I want to pet that bear.
Yeah. So yeah, with your crab claw legs, your crab hand legs, fingers, whatever, they make a good stretching medium, and they are
Okay.
very appreciative. Or he is. It's a boy.
Okay. He gets all of the scratches that he wants.
Yeah, and you know what? Let's just see if. Okay, he endures. He likes it. It's not that he endures. He's like he gives in. But
See,
after
we live in a world where where we humans love to pet things, and we also happen to live in a world where everything likes to be pet.
Yep. And yeah, this is probably a surreal scene to everybody. This polar animal giant in the middle of a jungle with the morning mist still thick around you, being pet by Rayan, the personification of an eldritch horror, and it's having the time of its life right now.
When you put it that way, it sounds weird.
But yeah, so the bear has been freed. You could probably pick up next time, but mechanically, because you have freed the bear, let me go down to see what. Help the giant polar bear. The polar bear has a chance to help defend against any pirates that may try to traverse through its territory.
Ooh.
Like if you mention that, like we'll just say that as a wrap
Yeah.
up, you chat with it and like warn it that there might be some bad people going through, and warning it about it, and it says that it seems annoyed at that, but it gets that like territorial animal vibe to it. It's like, oh, the fuck they won't. It's like I'd like to see them try kind of mood. So you get the sense that
like
the polar bear might be a surprise for some pirates that try to make it through that portion of the jungle.
yes.
No
It's
one's
like,
prepared for
Ryoko is
elephant-sized polar bear.
like Ryoko here is a nice friendly tiefling. But the one in charge of them is an unfriendly tiefling.
Talking about me to the bear.
Do you want the bear to kill you?
I would prefer the
It
bear to
looks-
stop thinking about me, period.
So Ryoko, this bear whose the skull is probably big enough that you could make a nice cozy bed out of it. Its head swivels to look at you,
No,
and you hear this rumble as Rayan and Yuana goes, "Thank you."
No problem.
He says thank you.
no.
We'll leave you alone now. Yeah, that's enough socializing for a good
It
2
looks down.
years.
Yeah, it looks down to the chain, the collar, and just gives it that bear side swat, and it just goes sailing off into the jungle. You can recover it if you want, but it just wanted it out of there.
Yeah.
Hey, if you ever see us and you want some more scratches on that neck of yours, I will be happy to oblige.
Mm. And
I'll be honest. Ever since the first time we saw you, I thought your coat was gorgeous, and I really wanted to give you, I really wanted to give you scratches.
Yeah, she's new to all this, and I had to inform her that you're not allowed to pet bears typically.
No, I would have eaten you if you tried.
And that is understandable. I am grateful to have your permission this time.
She would have accepted
Good.
her death.
So yeah, feels like a nice little place to wrap up.
Hmm.
You have freed the polar bear and secured its friendship.
One does
It's
not become friends with Bear.
We have secured
Hey,
its
hey.
indifference.
You come to an understanding with Bear.
I gave the bear scritches. We're at least
Yeah.
acquaintances now.
We have made nice with the animal that is known to stalk human beings to their house and wait outside their door for them to come out and eat them.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
I kind of so I kind of go with it being able to hunt the very lush teeming waters and the jungle. It doesn't need to hunt people. It'll eat people if they are not careful, but it's like it doesn't go out of their way like most polar
It
bears
doesn't
who have
need
to
to
deal
go
with.
miles and miles for a scrap of meat.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's why
Yeah.
polar bears will follow a person who's just like, oh, that's my next meal. Better make sure it doesn't get away.
Mhm.
All right.
this one's gonna stalk. This one's gonna stalk us. But it's because it wants more pets.
Whatever you tell yourself.
Is there like any stinger that you want me to?
Oh no, that was just the end. Sorry.
Okay.